Hi, everybody. Hoop is supposed to be doing the introduction. He's the... Nope, not allowed.
Shaking his head off camera.
Hi, everybody. I'm Nick Mysterio. Welcome back to Lost Caravan RPG. I don't know all of the fantastic details that come along with our sponsors, but if you like cool music, like what you'll be hearing tonight, you can go to Epidemic Sounds. I believe somebody will throw a link in chat here shortly. If you like the cool tokens that you're going to see on screen here, you can. There's also going to be a Hero Forge link where they've got a bunch of cool custom things. And if you don't want to just see it digitally, you can get it printed and sent to you, which is pretty dang cool. I believe we're going to backtrack to Epidemic Sounds here for a minute, because if you use that link, you do get the first 30 days free, and if you decide you like it, you can keep going with that. And if not, well, you got 30 days of cool music. Either way, using those links does come back and help Lost Caravan. So, I recommend using them. I did my best. I'm getting a heart off screen.
So good.
You rocked it.
But now that we've got that out of the way, I'm your game mother for this evening. You saw me 2 days ago, but it's fine. I'm back. We're doing more Alien. I'd like to welcome and thank everybody for joining us for this next episode of Project Sunbreaker. We are kicking off with Season 1, the segment that I will be GMing, Pandora's Hope. This session is titled Never Alone. Before we get into the meat of things, however, there's a few things we need to address. This campaign has an action horror basis, so general warnings include gore, violence, death, body horror, and psychological horror. And if you're not familiar with the Alien universe, a very nasty monster with metal teeth, psychotic androids, and the ever-present fear of something going wrong and possibly being vented out into space. Bye. In regards to that, we do have a number of safety measures in place for our players. Unfortunately, there's only so much we can do for you as viewers. If something comes up that you're uncomfortable with, we encourage you to step away for a few minutes and come back when the scene has passed, or if need be, stop watching entirely. Now, there are several fantastic people on screen with me tonight, so let's go around in overlay order, let them introduce themselves, their characters, and I have a question for each of you. What do you do when you're the only person you can rely on? We'll start clockwise with Caitlin.
All right. I am Caitlin, she, her. I'm a TTRPG player and GM. I will be playing Daff Aquino Griggs this evening. And what do you do when you're the only person you can rely on? Asked to Daff. She would say probably something like, for years now, I have been the only person I can rely on, so I just live. I buck up, I push all the rest down as deep as it can go, and I live. And to live, I obsess and throw myself wholly into anything else. That's the only way I know.
And that brings us back around to Fail.
Try this again. Hey everybody, I am Fail Prime. I will be playing Reese, our conspiracy-loving, erotic sci-fi author. Let's see. The best... What do I do when I can only depend on myself? I mean, I guess the same thing I've always done since, my dad was off committing happy little accidents and in the war. I just do what I got to do to survive. I push forward, I keep my head up, and make sure I don't end up getting eaten by, xeno koalas crawling around in our air vents.
And that brings us to Kit.
Hello. I am Kit, TTRPG player here far too frequently. I'm kidding. I love you all. I will be playing Dr. Taliesin Lang tonight. And what does Tal do when they are the only person they can rely on? agree with Daph. It's been that way for a minute. So they're used to, you buckle down, you do your job, you don't stir the pot as much as you can, and you plan your next moves carefully. You do your research. That's what they've always done. It's what they're going to keep on doing.
Hi everyone, Copper Leo here. I'll be playing Chad tonight. Kind of the same with him. He's always kind of had to rely on himself. Being a no good kid, a lot of people didn't believe in him. So, like most things, he's always had to get things done himself. The world's not going to hand it to you. You got to work for it. So if he finds it by himself, he's just going to work hard and get it done.
And that brings it to Hannah. You are muted, darling. Nope. We've been playing this game for the last half hour at least.
Reese, get out of the comms.
I'm not in the comms.
Nope.
What do you mean now?
Oh, there we go.
Hey!
There we go.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I'm Hannah. I'm playing Layla Farouk tonight. As long as my microphone continues working. But her answer to that question would be, well, historically speaking, I guess I would leave everyone else to die so I can keep on living.
And last but not least, that brings us up to Cass, who, despite the image on screen, is very much here.
I'm alive. It's totally fine. I am Cass, aka Yoda. I'm playing Petey Richards. And what do I do when I'm the only person I can rely on? Petey was alone for a long time, and then she met the love of her life and wasn't alone and was happy, and then her wife got blown up on the space station right below her, and she had to watch it happen, and so she's been alone again, and that's everybody else's problem. And yes, I am very much without camera because it's scary when I put the camera on. So
This glitch image is better, I promise you.
I was gonna say, it's not too much different than what's on screen, let's be real.
I mean, at some point when something bad's happening, I'm going to put the camera on just to purposely watch it glitch in a way that will scare everybody else.
Okay. So, kind of go back into where we left off last session. Let's kick this off by everybody making a panic roll for me. A reminder, that is just clicking the word stress on your character sheets.
Yikes.
Okay.
I'm keeping my nerves.
So we're just gonna start from the top of the rolls here. Patty, you got it too, so you're keeping it together. Do you want to remind us what happened with you last session?
Hold on, let me flip back to however many months ago. What happened to me at the end of the session or just in general?
The very end.
I had a bad dream. The last thing I have written down is that let's see here. I wrote everybody else's down. I don't remember mine. Okay. I have a quote written down. Do not fear. You are safe, but I need your help. And then there's a chilling breath and something smothering me. exactly what I want to do to help.
And then that moves to Daph. You also rolled a 2, so you're handling. How does that look for you in the morning?
I mean, I think Daph was pretty stressed out the other day, and coming across all this new information of possible conspiracies happening on board. I think she's going into her daily meditations and just trying to ground and center herself and think about what's the next step. What's the next step forward?
Okay, so you're just kind of going about your day as normal while working through that. Layla, up next, rolled a 7 as a nervous twitch. Your stress level goes up by 1. What's got you so nervous?
I had a real bad dream last night. Memory, you could say. It was very vivid, a very bad time in my life, and now it feels like all of that shit's gonna happen again. Why do the dice know?
The dice know all. As we continue down, we reach Reese with a 6. You are handling it.
I'm
How's
gonna
your
be
morning
honest.
look?
I'm gonna be honest. I woke up and just blasted whatever I could blast to palate cleanse. I don't remember shit about what I dreamed about. I knew it wasn't good, and that's why I woke up and instantly started doing whatever I could to blank out my mind. But yeah, let's just say I might stumble into work a bit not sober this morning.
So is that a fun interaction that you and Patty have in the morning?
That's
As
very
bunkmates?
possible.
Grace, turn it off. Please, for the love of God.
Or turn what off? Oh, the blender? You know, look. Do you want like I can make you a margarita. I got the stuff for my ties.
Make it a double.
All right, can do.
And then we continue down to Dr. Lang. Who is with a 3, also keeping it together.
Everything's fine, and I'm fine, and it's fine. I think Tal starts their morning like they do most mornings. This isn't the first time that they've had nightmares like this, but it is the first time that they've had like all of those nightmares together. So it's a lot, but it's fine. It's fine. They're fine. They will cope. So they get up, they get dressed, put their leg on, go to the gym, and go to work, and just don't think about it. It doesn't serve them to.
And last but not least, Chad, who I had to figure out how you only got a 1, but it's because you have nerves of steel. So with that, yes, you are also keeping it together as you wake up the next morning.
Like, for the most part, Chad's still a little panicked from his nightmare that he had the last morning. But then he remembers he got a lot of money for basically doing nothing yesterday. And he's feeling pretty good about that, at least. So, he's still going to have to, he knows he's still going to have to deal with a shit day, especially if his manager asks him about the propane tank he took. But he's like, you know what? It's okay. It's going to be a good day.
Good day, I got paid. It's gonna be a good day.
Payday.
Bye. Okay. So, who's first up and active to get their day moving?
Thank me.
You think so?
Yeah. I think I'm reading through some of the stuff that Reese got decrypted for me.
Remind me what it was with that, if you remember.
I'm going back in my notes.
It was files about your wife.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was about the fort specifically, maybe?
I think so. I think it was about the fort and maybe her official employment file or and so maybe listing her actual cause of death. I don't know. That's up to you.
I don't know if it pops up directly in Foundry, but you should have access to a handout titled Fort Nebraska.
Yeah. I can't read it because
Yeah,
the
it's-
font color.
Oh
You can
no.
highlight
You
it.
can like
If
highlight
you
it.
highlight it, it'll highlight it in
Yeah, that's
white
what I'm
and
doing.
gray.
I scrolled too fast.
Oh,
I was like, oh, too much. New notes time. Hold on. Scrolling. Okay. Okay, and then I'm gonna be reading that and like have it like propped up on like my tablet propped up on my knees, and I'm just doing crunches and reading it until Reese wakes up and supplies me with alcohol.
Are you getting your gym hours in today too?
I'm getting my gym hours in, man.
Hey.
Gym bros like started a fight yesterday, broke my phone. We're not doing that today. We're working out at home.
Yeah, that wasn't a very fun gym day for you, was it?
Oh, they ruined my chill. I had to skip leg day.
Or skip leg day.
Skip leg day.
You know what happens when you skip leg day?
Yeah, Meg is gonna get me eaten by an xenomorph.
Running gets a hammy, like, ah.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, you didn't get your exercise in, therefore. All right. Work our way around. Who do we think is next to wake up? From
Tal's
their
probably
very
one of the
vivid
next, at
dream.
least.
Probably. Layla's usually up pretty early. Up at the typical Marine time still.
Yeah, Tal's probably up there. If not a bit earlier than usual, on account of the, everything about the dreams.
I'll completely leave it up to you guys how you start your mornings. Or we can play popcorn and go around and name who's next.
Anyway. You can go first. I was gonna say she sleeps in a bit longer because that was bad.
And try to catch up on a couple of the missed minutes. Yeah, I'd say Tal's probably a little bit earlier than usual. Maybe runs across Patty in the gym. Unless Patty's in the bougie gym,
Patty's
How
working
Patty
out
Go
in
to
her-
the gym. I'm in my room.
Yeah.
Oh,
Patty
never
is
mind.
avoiding the gym like the plague.
Oh, yeah. Tal, don't treat it like a special day, or it's gonna feel like a different day. Just keep to the routine. If maybe like half an hour earlier, but that's fine. It's fine. Spend an extra half hour on leg day.
As you move through a habitational and make your way to the gym, it seems very. I don't know. You're rather used to being fairly low traffic. You get up early. You go to the gym when people are still technically on their shifts, right before it cycles through again. What you notice is Seems like there's a lot more Joes active in the area. Some of the working Joes.
Are they like doing anything strange in particular, or just like about and available?
About and available. Some of them seem to be like walking actual route paths, like you would typically see the marshals doing.
Are they like in place of where we would normally see actual marshals?
Some
or
of
just
them,
like
yes.
in addition to?
There's some marshals, but a lot more Joes than usual.
Weird. I'll make a note. I'll bring that up to I'll probably stop by Patty's office before I go into work. I don't feel necessarily good about like pinging her over like the comms. But like worth bringing to her attention.
You said you're wanting to go to her office or her room?
I'd probably stop by her office. I assume she goes
Okay.
to work in the morning. She's there when I am there, usually, to my knowledge. So I have no reason to believe she would do anything else. So
Knock back whatever drink Reese has made and go into work. Mai Tai's Breakfast of Champions.
Reese is just like, I hope you like cocaine.
Reese, we talked about consent when adding unexpected ingredients into drinks.
It's Coke and rum. Literal Coke and rum.
Literal cocaine. Oh god.
You know what? I
They
might
make
need the energy today. Let's go.
Make
Winning.
a mental note never to take a drink from Reese. Not that
It
they
is
would
spiked.
normally, but
It is spiked with everything.
with all of anything you can imagine.
Yeah,
Ingredient list, all.
I call it the brain scrambler. I just opened my drawers and threw everything from my drawers into the blender. Threw in rum, coconut, a little bit of Coke, and just a smidge of cinnamon.
It's the cinnamon that ties it together. I hate
Yeah,
it, but it's
really
true.
is.
Meg, do I show up to work high as a fucking kite?
I mean, if Reese put everything that he had access to into that, you are getting
I'm
some
interesting.
interesting
No.
looks.
Look,
That's
I would never do that to Patty. She does
Oh.
so much work editing my novels. So hers, I didn't include everything. I just give it a little bit more cinnamon and a lot of rum.
Does
True
she
friend.
look okay
There's still Coke.
when I show up?
I do not look okay. I didn't look okay anyway, and now I definitely don't look okay.
You most certainly do not look okay, but the both of you end up getting stopped on the stairs leading up to corporate. It has the door that you can usually access through after you check in with Carrie the Marshal who runs security. That door has been closed down. It is locked. And Carrie is in the security office arguing with a Joe that is there as well as a technician.
Tal, do you have a bottle of water on you?
Yeah, it's like their gym water bottle, but like
I don't care.
Yeah,
Can I have it?
Sure. Just yeah.
I'm
alright.
reach out and I'm gonna
Yeah.
chug the water, shake my head. Thank you. I'm gonna go
Are
talk
you-
to the technician.
Are you sure you don't want to sit down?
I want so many things in my life, Tal. what I do not want to do right now is stand in this hallway and guess as to why I'm locked out of my office. I want to know why I'm locked out of my office, and there's a technician there who's going to feel my wrath.
Godspeed.
You're locked out too.
Then I'll just like, yeah, I'm just gonna stand here and look not menacing, because that's not what they look like whatsoever. They're just, doing their job, stand behind their boss, for sure.
Excuse me,
Mhm.
why can I not get to my office? Carrie, please explain. And I'm just glaring daggers at this little technician.
Representative Richards, nice to see you. You okay?
No.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. So, this Joe here, I showed up for my shift. He was here. The entire sector is currently locked down. So, Leon here is trying to help us bypass it. But this Joe keeps insisting that it's mandated, that we don't have the authorization, even though we work here.
Joe, who authorized lockdown?
Orders were received from the Apollo mainframe.
Meg, what does that mean to me?
You know that the Joes all take their orders from Apollo, which is, in this sense, a smaller terminal accessible by Mother, who oversees the station. Apollo is directly linked to Hyper9 and Siegson, so they actually handle most of the actual physical hardware on station, as well as the Joes.
Okay, Joe. Reason for lockdown. Don't know how to phrase this. I don't usually talk to these things.
I don't think
Unauthorized presence detected.
Unauthorized presence detected. Containment breach?
Containment breach from Gale God Institute not detected.
Joe, did something break into the Institute?
According to records, no.
Said something, not someone, Joe.
According to records, no.
I'm gonna message Reese. Reese, see if you can talk to Mother and ask why the Institute's under lockdown. We're registering unauthorized presence and it's not letting anyone in.
So to clarify, you guys haven't gone to the Institute. You're currently at your office, which is located in the corporate sector.
Oh, okay. That.
The Institute itself is in a different wing of the station.
Okay, so when you say unauthorized presence in the Gale God Institute.
In corporate.
In corporate, okay.
Is it me? Is it me,
Is
Jesus?
it me, Jesus?
No, because I'm your
do
boss. You're allowed in.
Yeah, they'll just like look like. I mean, I've come up here before.
It's not you, Tal.
No,
What is it?
You remember how I said there was a bunch of glitches happening yesterday, Richards?
Yeah.
I think something got into the security system. And it flipped the switch, so that's why they're acting haywire, because according to what I'm finding in the databanks and cameras, there's so I'm working on a bypass, which should be, and the door slides open.
Reflex. Patty would have brought her gun to work today.
I know.
It's strapped to her back under a jacket. She's just gonna reflexively put her hand on the holster.
You said you're wearing it under a jacket?
Yep. Oh no. What did I do? Look, you made me paranoid. I did the paranoid thing.
Please hold while I.
Cal's just like gripping.
I have to make
the,
a decision here.
Strap of their messenger bag with like white knuckles.
Okay. So the Joe is oblivious to that.
Oh, good.
Carrie is not, and gives you a bit of a side eye. But the Joe doesn't notice, which is probably better in your favor because technically, as a civilian, you're not supposed to have weapons in the main sector.
Technically, I have a permit.
Weapon.
I have a permit.
He's licensed. It's fine.
This is still a public sector, and you are going into a secured area. Therefore, firearms are only supposed to be on marshals.
Mm-hmm.
So the Joe doesn't notice it. He actually goes back to trying to have a one-sided argument with Leon, who is just like, yeah, you're fine to go ahead if you want to show Carrie your paperwork or whatever it is your process is up here. I'm issuing an order for this guy to go to maintenance.
Joe, would you accompany me into corporate? And I want to see if I can convince the Joe to walk into the offices ahead of me. I have lost connection to the server.
Game is currently paused. I don't know why, but
Oh no.
Oh no.
it's okay. I need to just throw you over here anyway. We gotta
I
be
get thrown?
thematic.
Nobody
Yeet.
throws a dwarf.
Activate.
You wouldn't throw a dwarf.
Well, I can't activate it because the game is paused. I was throwing you onto a thematic map, but
A thematic map.
Everybody roll initiative.
the
I had to stop taking notes on this massive journal entry, and so I'm just going to copy and paste it into a Word document.
perfectly acceptable, but the Joe responds with, please confirm security authorization. Which is essentially
Representative
he needs
Ep3
it.
Richards.
Processing. Authorized. And Leon just kind of looks at you. Are you sure you want this guy to go in with you? If he's being
was
faulty,
giving a
he
look
should go to the bay.
Tal is giving a look that says exactly the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I do, because
You cut out, I believe.
I'd rather it see it.
I am suddenly okay with this plan.
You'd rather it see what exactly? There's
Oh no. Oh, unauthorized. Yeah, I'd rather it see visitor first.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I think you're cutting in and out.
yeah, you're a little bit
Why?
choppy.
The-
Mm.
It's attempting to connect your camera on Zoom, so it might be a
Which for the folks at home, terrifying.
yeah. If we haven't established that already, I don't know
Like
why
the
it
old
won't.
gypsy woman said.
Know what it's doing. Okay.
It's best.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay. Good. So the camera is possessed. Great. Good to know.
Excellent.
I wanted to see an unauthorized guest before me, and then we can determine if it really is in need of maintenance or if it's aware of something that we aren't. I'm clever. You said so.
It's a hunk of wires and coding, but if you want to take it with you, go for it. I'm gonna fix security.
Thank you.
Wires and code. The biological implements alone. Anyway.
Tell.
Working
Righteous indignation
Joes.
later.
Working Joes, technically speaking, do not have any biological component. They are purely synthetic. To the point their skin looks like rubber.
Biological research. Anyway. It's not important. It's not important. It's
Breathe, kid.
fascinating, but it's not important.
There is an actual synthetic android from Wayland Yutani somewhere on the station.
Oh no.
You
Is
are
there
all aware
now?
of this. You are all aware of this. She helps maintain the station.
Do we know who it is?
Let me double check what her name is. I wrote it somewhere. I know I did.
It's not Patty.
It's not Patty.
Vale has suggested her name is Cynthia.
Ha ha ha. With the gift to go with it.
I'm sorry, my mom said I gotta go right now immediately.
So
Definitely
many of
could
my
have
dolls
sworn that
had
I'd
that
written that character name down, but we're gonna make one up on the spot. And you know what? Fuck it. It's Cynthia.
Well,
Oh god.
oh no.
Amazing.
Are you proud now, Phil?
Look, Cynthia's, I think, better than the koalas.
Better
So
than the
Significantly better than the koalas.
You're comparing vastly different. Anyway, not important right now.
you can't see my face to know how much sarcasm that was.
Talent oblivious. Talent like you found one thing for them to latch on and be distracted by, and then
Yep, you're
taking it.
welcome. Very good at hurting cats. Okay, let's go.
All right. Hey. Instruct the Joe to walk into the office before you, and it walks around. It does its loop, and it does still try to reiterate that there is a presence detected.
Station.
You said which station?
Location.
Location. Yoga database.
Unauthorized presence in Gaelgod database.
You actually have a server room dedicated to the full database systems.
It's in corporate.
Yep. There's a local one within the actual research sector, and then there is the overarching one in corporate.
Which database?
All of them.
It's our servers too. You want to go on a little field trip?
Yes, ma'am.
Thought you might. All right.
Freaking out behind the eyes. This is fine. Everything is fine.
Yep. Totally good. Let's go, Joe.
The Joe escorts you to the database servers, enters the room, and you walk through the towers, and nothing. There's nothing there.
Is it code then? Is there a virus?
Joe. Unauthorized presence. Sentient being or code?
Sentient.
Oh, way station. Sentient.
Sapient?
Location. Sentient. Joe. I'm looking up, by the way. Patty's looking up and around.
Nothing. This
Got a
room
little
is
pen-
empty.
Got a little pen light out, like they do for like eye
Yeah.
exams.
Yeah.
Like
Joe.
dinky.
Unauthorized presence above or below?
Within database server room.
Is it me, Jesus?
It's not you, Tal.
Then what is it?
I'm gonna ping Reese and tell him to get his ass to work now. We have an unauthorized visitor in the database, and I need him to go on a little hunt.
Yeah, fuck that.
I would like to ping Ling and see if she has had any trouble getting into the research facilities today.
It takes a few minutes, but you do get a response from her, which isn't uncommon. She tends to get as hyper-focused as you do in her work. She says, "No, I've been here for a couple hours now."
Like looks at the time, like it is way too early for that. They'll just send back. Good, I'll be there in a bit. Had to stop by director's office.
Meg, do I have a way to ping Mother directly?
From your terminal.
It's in my office, right? Or is that my...
Yes.
Tal, come with me. Please.
Yeah.
I want to go to my office and ping Mother and say... What do I want to say?
As you walk into your office with Tal following you, the Joe again reiterates, unauthorized individual, is exit corporate. And that is directly to Taliesin, saying that she is not allowed to be in your office.
Joe, Dr. Taliesin Lang has a meeting. I couldn't remember pronouns for a second. I was like, wait a second, what am I doing? They are authorized to be here for the next hour.
Please confirm authorization with security.
I'll ping Carrie on my tablet.
You watch Carrie just kind of poke her head around the side of the hallway and yell. Allison Lang's allowed to be here, you piece of shit.
Love Carrie. She's gonna die
Tell the
first.
robot my friend can come over.
Oh, damn it.
Say yes.
My robot said I could come over to your office if it's okay with your robot.
I've got Badger stuck in my head now. Damn it.
No.
You're welcome.
You. Badger.
Voila.
Snake. Oh.
Local authorization confirmed from Security Marshal Carrie Wu.
Thank you, Joe. Will you go monitor the database room? And I'm gonna ping Mother. And I want to ping Mother from my terminal and say, "You want help? I'm listening."
Is this within eye shot? Am I allowed to see what's being said?
Sure.
Have I been told to turn and face the wall? Like what's
You're in timeout.
like you're here, but don't look, don't touch, don't.
No, I'm not hiding anything from you.
Okay. Okay.
Mother responds, and the text across the screen slowly lights up. Unidentified query, please restate.
I don't respond. It was worth a shot.
Point of
Tell
order.
him.
We all kind of heard that same situation overnight, or was that
With the
just...
dream sequence?
Yeah.
Yes, you all
At the
had the
end.
same last part of that dream. If you need me to go back and kind of reiterate what it was, I can do that, but you all experienced that same moment. Whether or
Okay.
not you're aware of that with each other, that's whether or not you communicate.
Yeah, I think Taliesin may or may not put it together, like seeing what they're typing, seeing what Patty's typing. Just like, oh, we need to get checked out.
Mm,
Hmm.
so you heard it too?
Yes.
Great. Another fucking psyop. Patty's just rubbing her forehead with her fingers, like, it's too early for this shit.
Like, should we? We shouldn't. We
Cal?
can't go to medical about this.
No, we can absolutely not go to medical about this. Tal, I need you to read something, and I'm going to pass Tal my tablet with the Fort Nebraska entry.
Right.
About halfway down.
Trying to see if I can pull that back up on the game.
If you go over to the one that looks like an open book, there should be a folder that's
I have
Project
nothing.
Sunbreaker, Corporate Logs, Fort Nebraska.
I can read the section I want you to pay attention to. If you'd like.
Not showing up for me, I'm sorry. Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
Thanks, Patty.
Not going to read it in the accent because that would be terrible.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh.
And also for the folks at home.
Yes. According to these soldiers, Fort Nebraska was harboring a bioweapon research facility. A squadron was instructed to transport some sort of payload, but containment broke. They were all infected with something, and from there the soldiers split off, apparently disagreeing on what to do about this. The soldiers encountered one of them, trapped in the rebel stronghold. They witnessed the woman undergo a violent mutation, turning into some sort of alien creature. They described it as a massive black monster with 2 jaws lined with metal teeth, an elongated skull, claws, and a long spear-tipped tail. They were able to kill it, expending quite a bit of ammo, but not without their captain, Silva, getting slashed with the tail. It emitted some kind of poison, paralyzing Silva and sending her into a comatose state. When the creature was injured, it bled acid that ate through armor, the floor, everything. They encountered 2 more of these creatures, confirmed from 2 more members of the MIA squad. 1 squad member was found alive, but reportedly died due to synthetic malfunction.
So the survivor was synthetic and malfunctioned, or a synthetic malfunctioned and killed them?
The survivor was a synthetic. Who knows what the fuck they get told? That's not
Okay.
the important bit, Tal.
No, yeah, no, I'm just making sure I'm comprehending. So
I was there. My wife was there. They blew us up. It's how I lost the arm. I saw these things, I think.
And do you think they're
You
here?
were evacuated.
I was evacuated, but I don't know. I major trauma, okay? I lost an arm.
Yeah, no, Righto, Captain. I feel you there.
I forget. I'm sorry.
Nah, who would remember? So you have reason to believe that this is something of the same? Do you think we're compromised?
I don't think we're compromised, not yet. But weird shit's happening on this station.
We have to be compromised. You heard it too.
We don't necessarily have to be compromised by the same thing, Tal.
I mean, we can check. Ling said that our laboratories aren't, compromised in the same way that it seems the offices are. We could run some tests, but on what? Against what?
If they were infected, there's a sign of mutant infection. You guys run tests on your critters all the time. Full body scans.
We can. The second we put you in a full body scan, or anybody in a full body scan, like, the cloud's gonna know. Can't exactly take one of those things offline, can you? Can you? Other?
I
You
mean,
know?
I don't
No.
see why you can't.
Get out of my earpiece!
I want it to be really much funnier that he's actually standing
Welcome to
behind you.
Greece.
Can he just be standing behind you?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I would have shown up to the office. You paid me to get my ass there, so.
They just assume that you're in there and they go, get out of my Jesus Christ!
And I saw them walk up and did nothing.
They're just like bent, half-assed, just like breathing. Like, okay. Point of order. What the fuck?
Patty said I needed to get here ASAP.
No, and you did
so
it, and you did it, and it's appreciated.
Reese,
Could you get one of
the Joe
those?
is saying there's an unauthorized presence in the database.
Are you sure it's not Taliesin?
I'm positive.
Talisman, and I'm authorized.
It said sentient.
Again,
Sentient.
Greece. I need to know if something broke containment. I need to know if someone plugged some code into our office while we weren't here.
um,
And then I need you to consent to a full body scan.
Oh, we're doing him?
You can do him later. I'm not
No,
doing him.
We'll talk. He just kinda
No,
looks-
we
he just
won't.
kinda-
We won't
he just,
talk.
He just kind of looks
No.
at Taliesin and he gives like a little wink and like a.
Aliens, a comedy of errors.
No. We won't talk. Oh God.
Look, what you do off company time is none of my business.
I'm gonna put you both in an MRI to shut you up. Lord.
I don't think we'd fit. You distracted? Did I help? Did I relieve the stress running through your brain?
And added a different kind. Can we get one of those machines offline?
Well, I don't see why not. They had to operate offline at some point in time. I mean, they had to run tests and whatnot to make sure everything was operating properly, and you don't necessarily need all of that data to go to your servers and
They do, but
junk
they're
up your
not built
cloud.
to do that anymore.
Everything has a manual backup or a manual override. Not everything needs to go to the cloud. Like I said, you should absolutely be able to move this into an offline mode.
Can you make it happen?
It might take some time. I'm not familiar with the machinery, but I can definitely take a look.
If together we could figure it out.
Taking
think
your
we should-
lead on this, Dr. Lang.
Do you think we should worry the others?
You look over, Patty's already messaging the others,
Right. Right.
I've already got
giving them temporary access to the Gale God Institute.
I've already got like Leo on like a FaceTime. I'm like, Chad, hey Chad, how do you feel about full body scans?
I'm checking my emergency room rounds at medical. I'm like, what time can I be in there and not raise any red flags?
Reese, I already
Like,
told you, I'm not being a drug
alright,
mule for you,
okay.
man.
And
No,
then
no,
you
no.
get a message from Patty, and it's
We're
just
doing this.
access granted.
I'm gonna nip that one in the bud right now. You do not have the authorization to
Damn.
give outside civilian personnel
I
permission into Gale God.
I tried.
You
Did
would
you lock them in?
absolutely. You would need overrides. You would need override access from Carson, as well as Janice.
Oh, speaking of Carson, did he answer me?
What did you send him?
Flipping back in my notes furiously.
I don't think you messaged Carson. You messaged Damon.
David.
Oh, thank you. I don't know. Generic dude name.
They're all in accounting.
Ain't that the way?
They're all in accounting.
I'm in
they're
accounting.
finance
I don't
bros.
know.
Finance bros in space.
It's crossing the work life streams for me, so.
So, last time you attempted to message Nathaniel Damon, who is a representative for
That guy.
Hyperdyne.
That guy.
That was while you guys were in aquaphonics, and he was handling some kind of a situation. And his response just ends up being that there should be a corporate-wide email going out soon,
Mm-hmm.
stating that there is a all-team meeting today.
Mm-hmm. Didn't I message somebody, the third person in our office with me and Reese? I messaged him.
That is Carson.
Oh, it is Carson. Yeah, did Carson answer me? I asked him if he knew. No, I didn't ask him anything. I sent him something. I don't remember what I sent him, but I have it written down that I sent something. Oh, I forwarded him the weird email that we got when we were standing outside Aquaphonics and asked him if he knew anything about what was going on. That's what I did. Notes for the win.
All he said was, I'm Carson, my head's stuck up my ass.
You don't know I did it.
His response is that it was late. I don't remember seeing this cross my inbox, but that's actual policy. So don't tell me that you've been doing this shit, Patty.
It's gonna send him back plausible deniability and
No, but
close
we're
out the
checking
chat window.
before we do this. It's just double checking in case.
Patty's just like, I didn't do it, Reese did it.
Nope, I am not throwing you under the bus. Don't worry about it.
Just remember there are cameras. What is this for?
I'm rolling to see
that.
if I can actually turn this damn thing into an offline mode or not.
Oh.
What the hell?
Are
I
you
don't know how much I
talking
can help,
about
but...
what is it exactly that you're turning offline?
Look, I need like I'm rolling to see if I can get the schematics for the MRI machine so I can read over them to find the manual override to take it off the cloud.
The schematics you can find, yes, fairly easily. It does fall under the tech category, so you kind of actually have an idea of how some of this equipment functions in the case of emergency restart or something or a fucking other. But technically you can take it offline. It will not perform all of its functions.
Okay.
But it can store it locally.
What functions do we need, and who here has a backup hard drive I can plug into this thing?
You have all of my backup hard drives?
I mean, if we need to stop by Best Buy and pick up a Seagate on the way over there, we can.
Oh, Seagate, that's a flashback.
It's called Space Buy now, by the way.
Copyright infringement.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
We can be.
We can be. Yeah.
I mean, with Reese authority, we could probably borrow something from Tech, but I mean that would bring more attention than we probably want.
Yeah, we don't want to do that.
I mean,
Reese,
okay. What do we
here's-
want this data for? Because
we're gonna
technically,
scan ourselves to make sure there's nothing living inside us.
you could just back it up to my private server.
I'm
How
fine with that.
private? How private is private?
Let's just say that it's not connected to any of the networks officially.
Okay.
But I can ping it if we need to put data on it.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I just won't put my name on it. That's fine. If anyone asks, Tommy White's you're attending.
Oh.
Tommy
All right.
White, who was MIA last session.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I will process that emotionally later. I have the bandwidth.
I've already pinged the others to wake them up. You're talking to Chad already.
We've got Chad, Daph, and Layla.
I'm drafting some sort of
If we're-
BS research paper that
If we're doing this in medical, though, we just need access to one of the machines. We don't need access to the Gale God Institute. Correct?
not necessarily. Gale God's like sort of tied to that in some extent, right?
Same wing.
Like, I think if we're pulling anybody, like Chad away from his mandated corporate duties, all we have to do is provide a doctor's note so he can go back and not get in trouble, right?
Dr. Talis Lang, MD. PhD, 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 PhD.
You flatter
Not
me.
a recognized medical officer.
Here, not technically. Probably.
Is Ling an MD? I don't remember.
Not for the actual medical wing.
Like
They are doctors. They have doctorates in several different fields, like Lang does, but it's research based.
Who do we know that has an MD that can be bought?
Here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I could do it. It's just that I don't have the authority to be on staff technically. Didn't finish residency or what have you. Like could I what are the odds that we've never had to do some sort of voluntary, hey guys, come get your scans so we can use them for science?
By science, we mean mass marketing.
Wouldn't that just be called a survey?
It's a research study,
You don't have any of these things in the lab?
Do I have one of these in the lab? I would love to have one of these in the lab. I don't know that I have anything to use it for in the lab. I don't know that I'm allowed stuff that I would use it on. But maybe.
We've got the koalas.
I don't technically have the koalas.
Look, I'm working on that, okay?
Royal we. No one's getting their hands on the koalas until I've confirmed they're not dangerous.
I mean, if we don't, biotech has. They've got to, right? Something to that effect, for sure.
So before we try to deep dive into the mechanics of trying to either infiltrate Gale God or infiltrate medical to get scans or records or what have you, we do have our I don't want to say resident civilians because some of you do have military backgrounds, but we've got Layla, Daph, and Chad who work day jobs. We've got our podcast journalist. We've got our
the quotes
bodyguard. We've got our bodyguard, and we've got our
You don't know what I do.
Connoisseur. Mystery meat connoisseur.
You got your mystery meat, you got your forbidden meat, and then you have your legit meat. Don't touch that.
Okay.
That's the
So
word.
on my way to Richard's Tacos, can I buy a bottle of scotch?
Sure.
I'm just gonna be spending my shift drinking that and staring down assholes.
Just have it in hands, staring at somebody and taking a shot every time they say something stupid. Once this bottle is empty, your ass is mine.
But wordless.
So what you actually notice coming onto your shift is that Johnson wasn't there.
I'm gonna ask if anything weird happened while I was away to whoever's around. Who's still in place.
Jenny is around. She looks very tired. says, I don't really know. He just didn't show for his shift. We tried contacting him, but no answer.
That's tiring. I see. I should probably check in with someone. I'm gonna try and find and see if I still have Ty's number and ask, is there something weird still going on this ship? Space station.
Could you repeat that for me?
I'm gonna try and see if I still have Ty's card and try and message on a communicator asking if there's something weird going on in the space station still.
Yeah, you should still have their card.
Cool.
Me?
You're the only one who I
Yes.
have a contact for.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I guess I did call you, so you do have my number, my
Yeah.
frequency now. Yeah, well, all right, okay. They're like on 8 different tablets. Like, yeah, what's up, Layla?
One of the other guys at the bar didn't show up today, and that's weird. Is weird stuff still happening?
Who was it?
Johnson? Last name?
Johnson last name.
What an unfortunate last name.
I mean, they'll be like, oh, give me a second, and they'll like try to look into it. Like maybe, I mean, I obviously don't have, all the files in the world. But
You can pawn this off. Is Reese
I
nearby?
can try to hack into some sort of like, is he in medbay? Has some sort of nonsense gone off? And I like also run this by Reese, of course, because Reese knows things.
So you outright are not able to access medical if you are still in corporate.
Hacking. I'm not doing this legally, Meg.
Isolated servers.
I have to be on the ground in medical? What?
Yes.
It's not a 90s hacker movie?
I can't.
This database that you're in right now is
We
specific to
can't all be
Gale.
men in chairs? Okay, fine.
Reese is our man in the chair.
Yeah. We only get one.
Yeah. I'm no crash override. Look, I
Yeah.
can't.
There's a reference.
That's, yeah. I mean, like, I don't...
Just to be clear, I just want to know if weird stuff is still happening in general.
Tell
There's-
Layla they might be infected. Go on, do it.
No, there's
Do it, you won't.
There's very
Do it.
few things that Tal is
Coward.
going to be comfortable saying over comms anymore, just in general. They'll just What time is your shift over? Just trying to say the most casual things to like get it through to her that like, yes, weird shit is happening
I see.
and I do not want to talk about it.
I will meet up in 8 hours. Hangs up.
Right. Click. Okay, so we've got another name. Just like I don't know what we could do with that. I don't know how much we'll be able to find out if we'll have to like go bother the nurses in medical. But like if it's what it is, it's spreading. Delightful. Incredible. Goes back to typing like
We have Chad with the discussion of not being a pack mule.
But That's like just after he gets to work early today to basically put the propane tank back nonchalantly.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
The friend who's usually with you is not there. The one that usually opens. Yeah.
What was his name again?
I have NPCs written down. I swear I do.
Cynthia.
Cynthia.
Cynthia works here now.
Cynthia.
The one synth on board in the kitchen.
Oh, I found what the name of the synth was, by the way. Her name is Ashlyn.
Ashlyn.
So now Cynthia is the coworker.
Mm-hmm.
No, the
I remember it was a
coworker-
guy, so it's not
Yeah.
Cynthia, it's Synth the dude.
Sent the
the
dude.
dude.
It was Cynthia. It was a dude. They were a dude. Last time you checked, things change. People change.
True.
Mhm.
Elliot Gaslow is the owner of the
Yeah,
restaurant.
I got
your
that
boss.
asshole written on my rival list.
I wrote it down in my notes. I just wasn't flipping fast enough. Like.
And your friend's name is Lexi.
Chad, for the most part, because like I said, he's in a good mood. We'll notice Lexi's not there. Like maybe he called out or something. But yeah, he's more trying to, when no one's looking, basically kind of put the propane tank back.
Well, fucking finally, one of you decides to show up. Elliot is very bitter as he walks into your station.
What? Everybody else call out? Did I miss a memo?
Yeah, it's senior ditch day.
Yeah, I got sick. I got to go to medical too.
Your ass is staying here. No excuses. Don't give me that fake cough shit. Lexi hasn't shown up. Freddy is gone.
Freddy's not here too? Man, fuck, I must have missed something. You sure they didn't all just quit on you?
No, usually when people quit, they like to leave graffiti or notes tacked onto my restaurants.
Oh, don't worry, I got my resignation letter ready when I'm ready.
Oh, I'm waiting for the day.
It might be sooner than you think. Anyway, yeah, it's fine, boss. I'll get to work. Don't you worry.
Good, I'll be over at that station keeping an eye on you. That's mostly just because Freddy, who is generally in the booth across from you when he's actually on shift, is gone. So Elliot is now manning that station.
Dad, for the most part, will behave since his boss is just right there and there's no one to cover for him. But he's definitely now like, where the fuck did everyone go, man? Did I really miss a memo? Shit. Do I have a pad too, right? Like a... No, I didn't take the pad. Well, anyway, I have no way to contact him, right? Or is there a way I can like send a ping to Lexi?
There are smaller terminals if you go into the back area where it's generally just a list of like the workers.
So I guess on my quote unquote break, I'll go back there, ping Lexi, being like, "Yo, where the fuck are you guys at?" At which point I get a ping from Reese, an answer. "Yo, man, I'm not comfortable being a drug mule."
My dude, it's not a drug mule. Look, everybody is gonna go through the scans. There's some crazy shit going down. Do you think you could possibly... This is a long shot, but do you think you could possibly get me your boss's email address so we can bust you out of the joint?
Yeah, man. No one else showed up to work today, so I'm all for bailing on this dumb motherfucker. Hey, look. Here, I'll send it to you right now. I think I have it. Oh yeah, I have it. I've been sending spam email on a fake email address. Yeah, here you go, man. Anything you do to bust me out, I'm up for whatever.
Hold on. Doctor, I need you to use your medical doctor authority-ness stuff. Send an email to this person. This is Chad's boss. We need to bust him out of the joint.
You want me to... I don't have admitting privileges here. I don't...
Yeah, you don't need to admit him, but you just need to be like, yo, he needs to report here at this time. Make it like 15 minutes from now so that we can get him out of there.
Miss Richards, could we get some sort of official-looking something, some randomly selected clinical trial, something, like top secret?
Can I email over blank stationery?
Just blank stationery. Here, have at it.
Fill it
Probably
in.
not the first time that they've like drafted up something official and then sent it over to Patty to get the like official stamp and stationery.
Like it's a form. It's something with like official like Gale God like encryption on it or whatever. And you know, like I just have blank forms and I'm just like, here, pick one.
Yeah, it's like, thank you for donating your time to the Gale God Institute. You've been selected for a random research screening for yada yada yada.
As a control test subject.
Yeah, as a control test, your time slot is blah blah blah, and it's like 15 minutes from now.
There you go.
And while I'm at it, I'll send one to Layla too, like just in case, you know. I was like, do you want me to just
and
a round of them?
The podcaster.
Just a round of them.
The podcaster. Send one to the one with the microphone.
The one with the mic. Oh god, the one with the microphone. Yeah, just BCCing everybody.
Hey Reese, is this gonna be like last time where I need to be ready for anything?
I don't know what kind of checkups you've been having.
Or you know, I also got Shrek 6, the Shreknado in today.
Good
if we want to
God.
watch that later, we can.
No.
Oh, dude, I am down. We'll
They're
throw.
only on 6.
We'll throw it on the
they're
on the
on
screens while we're
36.
doing the body scan.
These two
36.
they just
Oh,
come
'cause
to
it's
the
fun
room
time.
and
Six
watch
is a
this
cla-
on
Shrek 6
repeat
is a
while they're
classic.
high.
Right.
No, see, Shrek, the second one is the best one, and I will fight all of you.
Oh, Patty, wait till you see Shrek 6. Like, this is amazing.
I've seen it. You
They
watch it
they cross
every
it over
single weekend.
with the B movie.
I didn't know anybody started between the before the new series.
Jerry Seinfeld is still somehow alive, which is just amazing. He's still doing the voice of the bee. Look,
Put
this
his
is a
voice in an
masterpiece.
AI. It's different.
So the round of paperwork goes out. Chad, you have an excuse. As much as Elliot absolutely ignores the terminal going off. Layla, you do get a notice from Richard, the owner, poking his head out from his office, saying, I just got a notice that you're supposed to show up at the Institute in medical. You sure you can't reschedule them? Because Johnson wasn't here last night. I can't have you also disappearing on us.
He can't hear
We're
you.
about to.
Hannah.
Hannah, darling, you muted. fucking goblins.
They just want to eat everything.
Ate my camera. They're eating Hannah's mics.
The true enemy, the big bad evil of this whole campaign is just tech gremlins. That's what's unauthorized.
That explains so much.
Mm-hmm.
No. No.
While Hannah works on fixing that, Daff, you get a notice on your terminal.
Yeah, I think Daph's been trying to stay away from most comms for the first part of the morning to center and ground herself. She double checks the recordings, the copies of the recordings she made from yesterday, that they're tucked under her bed safely. And then she's gonna head directly to the galley to check in with Layla or Chad. And I think also to see if Francis's coworkers showed up today to have breakfast.
According to time schedule, they are still on shift.
They're still on shift. Is this
If-
earlier than they would have been here or later?
This is earlier.
Okay.
Francis was more of a later in the day, more towards lunch.
Okay. Do I notice anything off? Like anybody else acting strangely or...
You got marshals arguing with Joes.
If I try to... I'll try to, like, kind of walk by and eavesdrop a little bit.
I'm telling you, you stupid machine. There's nothing here. We have searched everywhere. Everyone here is authorized. We talked with everyone. We looked in every little fucking nook and cranny. Like you wanted us to. Go to fucking maintenance. Something is wrong with you. It's a back and forth one-sided before there is an eventual override with several of these Joes being ordered to go to maintenance. And a couple of them are actually getting physical with marshals.
Is this any... Would I have ever seen a working Joe get physical with a marshal before?
No. The working Joes are meant to be very placid.
Okay.
Unless something has severely breached protocol, they won't attack people. It's against their protocol.
Are they saying anything as they're kind of getting physical with the marshals?
A lot of... You are unwell. Please do not resist. We will escort you to medical. And they are physically trying to restrain them to a point where it's actually violent and injuring people.
How are the, like, regular folks around reacting to this?
A lot of the roughnecks are just trying to separate Joes from marshals. One of the Joes ends up actually being, like, completely damaged and fritzing.
Is that just like happening in an area visible from Richards?
Yes.
I'm gonna look at that and go, I think you should just close for the day for your own safety.
Starting to think so, but there was also a few of them walking around saying to continue hours as normal. So I don't know which ones to not cross at the moment. I don't want to risk Jenny's life like that.
That's fair.
I'm gonna see. Is Chad still at the workstation, like serving slop?
Like you just see him serving slop, but he keeps like glaring at his boss, like because he wants him to look at his emails. Like,
I'll get into the slop line, and then once I'm up near Chad, I'm gonna. Hey there. So is the food is the food the same as yesterday? Is anything new on the menu? Trying to like be Cody with you, but very kind of also obvious.
I hear there's a sickness going around. You know, a lot of people needing to go to medical. I don't know.
Oh.
Might be notice about it out there. Slops meat on your plate.
Intentionally trying to shout across the Cali so that your boss hears you.
Wow. I'll like try to be louder too. A sickness. Oh, that sounds very serious.
Yeah.
I should, check
Well,
my notifications.
Yeah, really, everybody should check their notifications. You know, I mean, I hear a lot of people in the food industry got called in for that.
And I think Daff will look down at and finally see like the pop up of like, come here in 15 minutes or whatever it was, and like, oh shit.
Chad will lean over to you and is like, "Don't eat that. Just eat the beans."
Oh, okay. You got the thing.
Oh look, I got a notification too.
Oh wow!
Wow.
It says to report. I've got to go. If you have to go too, we can go together.
Yeah, I mean, you still got to pay for the food. I served it.
Oh shit. Okay. Here. Give over some credits.
Hey boss, I got this notification. Did you get an email about it?
Didn't get any emails.
Are you sure? You haven't checked your computer in forever. I'm telling you, man, I'm real sick.
Chad, I can smell your bullshit from here. There is no email.
Okay, but if there is an email and you let a sick person serve a bunch of food to everyone on this station, you know that's gonna be on you, right?
Oh my god, I think I'm feeling a little something. I just had a bite of this mash and I'm feeling some kind of way. So
that wasn't mashed potatoes.
Are we? Do we have access to like an intercom or like a live announcement system?
It would need to go through an authorization process.
Yeah.
Or Reese.
Okay. Does Reese really need an authorization process?
Considering you don't handle communications, you would have to go through communications.
He needs one. Does he ever use it? The authorization?
How long would it take for me to get an authorization for communications?
Idea. Hey, Carrie?
Yes, Miss Richards.
Can you get a, what's Chad's last name? Race.
Kowalowski.
Kowalski. Can you get a Chad Kowalski off the food line up here? We summoned them for testing and we're getting some bullshit emails back from their boss. Do you mind? I'll buy you a crepe.
If you can find a half-decent crepe on this station, I will applaud you. But Anything that has to do with testing with the Institute, I've got to get authorization from Carson. You know that.
The authorization. His boss is telling us no. We just need someone from security to bring him up there.
You can forward me the documents, and I can see about getting a marshal from there.
Thank you,
I
Gary.
Can't leave my post, sorry.
That's totally fine. I would never want you to leave, Gary.
Look, I'm just saying, Elliot, that there's a reporter. I'm telling you I'm sick, and you're saying I can't go get checked up. If she's feeling sick, you really want that kind of want that news getting out there?
Can Reese forge Carson's authorization?
Is Carson's desk unlocked?
No.
I will do a flash of my recorder in my blazer, just really quick to the boss.
Wouldn't be the first time some shitty tabloid writer talks shit about us.
Hey there! I will be great.
Yeah, I've seen you, mustard coat.
Yeah, well, sure. I've seen you.
How long would it take
Asshole.
Reese to get down to the chow line?
To get there from corporate, you'd be going back into habitational. It'd be 10 to 15 minutes for you to get on the line.
Can you guys spare 10 or 15 minutes? I'll go clear this up real quick.
Go. Make
right.
him regret it.
I'll be right back. And I'm gonna head to the chow line.
I'll like kind of nod at Chad and just be like, I'm gonna go check on one of our other friends, and I kind of like nod toward Richard's Tacos.
I'm gonna. I have a question. Accessing bunks, is it only like your ID card you can get in, or is there like also like an override code you can like use to enter your bunk if you've like lost your card or whatever? Oh no, it's not. Oh, okay, good, it's working.
You can program it to have to accept a code to get into your bunk.
Cool. Okay, I'm gonna look at Richard and go, okay, here's the deal. I think you should take Jenny, and I'm gonna take out a pad of paper, write down my access code, and hide out for the day.
I would like to remind you that you live in the cages, which is essentially a bunk bed.
That's fine. Point is, they're not gonna know that they're hiding there.
Who locks down their bunk with an access code?
It was a bad night.
Yeah, you and everyone else, apparently. Like, we'll see if we can't get some of these drunk assholes out of here.
Oh, I can help with that.
As long as the Joes are distracted, you can have free reign.
I'm gonna walk up to the nearest table and go, we're closing early.
What? Oh. Can't close early.
Don't make me get physical. I did not have a good night last night.
Yeah, did you work the line for 12 hours?
I can't talk about what I was doing, but I can throw you out.
Please, lady.
I'm gonna scrap him.
Oh.
And just start dragging, chair and all.
chair and all. I like it. Oh. I'm not gonna make you roll. This dude's too drunk to really resist. It just stumbles out into the corridor.
Now, can everyone else please leave? I have places to be.
Some with arguments and protests, some a little bit more like, oh shit, okay. And eventually the Richard's Tacos does clear out.
I'm gonna start heading once I make sure they're actually going to the cage because I want them to go hide somewhere safe with my gun. I'm gonna head off to the science lab.
Do I spot Layla as I'm making my way to Richard's Tacos, or are we passing ships?
I would imagine you would see her.
Okay. And on the way, as I've been kind of navigating from like the eating area to Richard's Tacos specifically, am I noticed like what are the state of people? Like, is it quieting down? Have they like tamped down on the violence from the working Joes and Marshalls? What's the state of like people now?
Seems to be getting more in check. People are taking average Joes up to maintenance. Marshals are trying to get everything kind of back in order, getting people moving to and from. It's a little bit busier now because a shift change is happening. So it's getting more crowded.
Is this the shift change that will bring up Francis's crew?
Yes.
Okay. I think I'll just kind of do a head nod at Layla to be like, I see you. And like be like, I'll see you there. And then I think I'll head back and just see if I can wait. As long as I don't think it's going to take too long, I want to sit and wait and see if Francis's crew shows up.
They show up.
They're all there, all accounted for?
Mm-hmm. They look pretty crabby and they're chatting, but they're all there.
Hey there. Hey. I'll go to the one I kind of talked to the other day. How's it going?
BJ King. Can I help you with something?
Oh yeah. I was just chatted with you the other day. I just wanted to check in on your friend, the one who was kind of spacey in the middle of the room for a bit.
He got sent to psych.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they forcefully escorted him.
What? Do you know what for? Was he say he's violent or something?
Look, we're not really supposed to be talking about it, but he came down during a different shift and beat the shit out of somebody. And
wow.
He got dragged off to psych for it.
Damn, that's a lot. There's another one of your coworkers?
Someone on a different shift. We don't really know him.
Okay. Well, that sucks anyway. Yeah. Just to, I know this might sound odd, but I guess, do you feel like, he was coming down with something, or, like, I just feel, I've been hearing there's a sickness going around. Just curious if he seemed out of his sorts.
I mean, he was out of sorts, but it looked more like cabin fever than actually being sick with something.
Okay. Well, good thing we can avoid that. Well, anyway, I'll leave you to your meal. I'm Daff, Akino Griggs, if you ever, just Want to chat sometime? Pleasure. I'll wave at the others and then kind of spin tail, glancing to see if Chad's still at the post or if Chad has been able to escape.
Elliot eventually. Well, actually, I think Reese is coming down to speak to Elliot personally at this
I was
point,
gonna
isn't
say,
he?
is Reese down there yet?
I would say so.
All right. So as Reese enters the chow line, he's gonna look around, and he's gonna make eye contact with Chad, and then he's just gonna loudly announce, he'll be like, "I'm here for Chad Kowalski. He is to report to medical. We have authority that Chad has been contaminated. He is carrying H1N1 as well as several salmonella cultures. We need Chad to report to medical immediately."
Hey man, I tried to tell my boss, but he said no, just keep serving food. I've been coughing on shit all day, but the guy won't listen.
Meg.
Are you sure, Elliot? Because I don't want to leave you alone here. Because you seem like you desperately want me.
Get the fuck off my line.
Okay, I'm sure you got it.
Meanwhile, back in corporate, Patty's like, "Oh, I'm so proud."
Imagine Tal's just like listening in, like, what?
Patty wipes away a
You
little
just-
proud tear.
You can't
Direct-
just say things.
You can just say things, and people will listen.
You can just say things.
You can just say
Apparently.
things.
Just Tal doesn't
Tal
remember this.
learns about lying.
I like to imagine that Reese does a big show of it too, showing that he is a Kale God tech.
Card member carrying
Hello?
member.
Amazing.
But Chad is freed from his food line hell.
Hey man, whatever I got to do for a day off.
I'll swing in with them now that I see that he's free. Man, your boss is an asshole.
Trust me, I know.
Layla, are you
Alright.
walking with them, or did you escort Jenny and Richard?
I would have walked in like half the way, and then once it was clear that they were gonna actually go be safe, I would walk off towards. So, both.
Did you inform them that you have a rifle in your bunk?
Yeah, I mean, Richard would know vaguely.
Vaguely. He would know you were military.
Yeah, he would know he would know I still have. He would no, I still have my weapon. He wouldn't know what the weapon is what I mean.
For a man who has never shot a gun in his life. He is a simple taco shop owner. And he's just like,
You'll probably be fine if you stay inside.
what do you think is going to come after us, Layla?
I'm not sure. I didn't see it last time. I hope we don't have to see it this time.
Last time?
Well, I left the military for a reason.
It was discharged from the PTSD.
Well, something was traumatic.
Not the time for questions. Not the time for questions. Jenny is just like, yeah, I've been trying to get it out of her for a while now, and And she is a tough nut to crack.
Probably. What I can say is, if you stay away from everyone else, you should be safe.
That's fantastically reassuring, but thank you.
I was just shocked. I wasn't ever a leader. But it's fine. It's fine. You'll be in the bunk. You'll be safe. I'm gonna go get my body checked out for infection. That's great. And
Yeah, that was.
hopefully the taco house is open again tomorrow.
Oh, we'll see. Good luck with whatever this test is. I've never seen a correspondence like this come across.
I couldn't answer. I literally wouldn't know what to say it is if you asked. Be safe. And she's gonna run off.
I just glance up from my camera and I see Fail chewing on edge of a floss pick.
He has good oral hygiene, okay?
Oral
Proud of you.
hygiene. Medium oral hygiene. It has to go a different direction to be good.
I apologize. I didn't mean to call you out. I glance up and that's what I see. Alright, so takes you a bit longer, but you all are able to reconvene at least in the common station before going into the medical and research wing.
Man, I'm glad I stored this after propane tank in your space, man. Talking to Reese.
Hey, do what you got to do.
So, what's going on? Are we actually getting tested, or?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Bruce.
Polling
man.
the
Oh, yeah.
room. Polling the room
yeah?
here. How many of you heard someone ask for help in your dreams last night? Raise a hand. Patty raises her hand. Reese.
What? I don't dream.
Reese.
Wait, you're saying that we all heard the same communication in our dreams?
I'll
What could
repeat
do
the
that?
exact words that I heard.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think she heard. Oh my god.
For a memory update, the actual things said were, "Do not worry, child. You are safe with me. You are safe with me, but I need your help."
Yeah.
Did the voice sound any kind of familiar? Game Mother?
Yes and no. It sounded almost like static, but at the same time human.
Did it sound like mother?
Maybe in the vaguest of sense.
Something got into the Gale God databases. And there's enough weird shit going on that, you know, the little testing never hurt anyone. It's going to make sure we're not carrying around any little passengers.
I don't know if that's true. I mean, a little testing probably hurt a lot of people.
It's a figure of speech, Reese. Do
I'm
you want to
going to
know if
try-
you're carrying around an extra friend you're not aware of?
Do I mean, if I'm perfectly fine right now, in my bliss of ignorance, do I
I'm gonna
really?
shove my tablet with the section that I read earlier highlighted. Do you want to know if you're carrying around a little friend?
I guess so.
Aha, that's what I thought.
While they're chatting, I'm gonna click on my recorder, and then just kind of check them all out. Like, do we all see? Like, is there any weird? Like, how do we all seem?
I will leave that to
Compared to-
y'all's. I'll leave that to y'all's description.
I
Petty
guess,
looks.
like, compared to also thinking about compared to everyone else.
Look, I'm just gonna say for the record, before we get tested, I ate a lot of poppy seeds this morning.
Not that kind of testing, Chad.
Not that guy.
Okay, but I'm just saying on the record, I ate a lot of poppy seeds.
15,000 of them?
Like a lot.
Like a lot.
So,
You ate an entire field of poppies.
I mean, it was a lot of muffins. You know, no one showed up to work.
Consider it noted.
I will pass the tablet around with the relevant highlighted sections to the others and just say, I don't think it's this, but it could be this. I don't like it either way. And there's enough weird shit going on that even if it isn't these things, something's happening.
Is that the
I
list
got-
you showed us earlier?
Mm-hmm. Describing xenomorphs in detail.
Yeah.
I got some more info on our kind of maybe case 0 or Francis, whoever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I talked with his coworkers, and he, is indeed was taken to psych. They thought he had some kind of cabin fever or something, but evidently he went down to his shift floor, not on his shift, and beat the shit out of someone down there. I'm guessing that's our crime scene.
Yeah, and the Joes are acting weird this morning. They kept saying there was something in the database, but there was no one there. Is that Joe still
Yeah.
around, Meg?
Are you still in your office?
Yeah.
Are you on comms with
I thought we were
everyone?
going to medical.
I thought we were meeting. I don't know logistics. I thought we were meeting up in our office and then going to medical. Oh no, we lost Layla.
Uh-oh. Layla, come back.
And then there were 4.
So I will
Oh.
say that if you attempt to bring any more people into corporate, it's going to get flagged by both Carrie and the droid. And
Okay.
some of the other execs as they start showing up.
Then I would say we meet them outside. But is that droid still around?
It is for a while until Leon
Makes it
legitimately
go.
comes in and deactivates it.
Okay. Okay.
He's tired of dealing with it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. We have kitty cat.
On the note of Joe's, they were saying the same thing down in the galley. They were also getting physical with the marshals, like beating on each other. So whatever this is seems to be making people and maybe even robots aggressive when they shouldn't be.
The Joes were starting shit?
All
Mhm. The ones down in the galley, they were going on and on about how there was something here that was unauthorized. The marshals were getting angry with them, saying they needed to go off to maintenance, and then they
What
were
were their
combating.
what were their exact words?
There's something. I'll like go back to my
Unauthorized personnel detected.
unauthorized personnel detected. And then when they were getting physical, they were saying, "You're unwell. Please do not resist. We'll escort you to medical."
So either the machines are malfunctioning or they're reading something else.
But not all of them. Only some of them. And
What if
some
the
of
what if the machines aren't malfunctioning at all?
the machines aren't malfunctioning at all.
I'm no specialist on synthetic life, but aren't these things meant to not harm people?
Yeah, I've never seen
If
a
they-
Joe
if
get
they're-
physical.
If they're getting physical and they're not compromised, they would be doing it to protect from something greater. That would go with their programming, correct?
I like turned to Reese, thinking maybe you'll.
I don't know. I think you're giving those robot cops a lot of credit.
Reese is just at this point, he's just like singing in his head, let's get physical, physical.
Go, I wanna get.
I'm just
He's just
saying
like-
I would like to get some sort of scans going sooner rather than later, if at all possible.
Doctor, I mean, does anything come to your mind about why people would all be sharing the same dream?
For a second they look worried, and then you say dream, and they're like, oh, no, not in particular. I mean, I know of a couple of things that have neurological symptoms, but the sharing is weird. The sharing is outside of anything. I mean, unless we all wore our headphones to bed and picked something up on comms, that is beyond me.
Dude,
Which is why
I don't
would
wear
like
my
to figure
headphones.
it out.
Not after that night that Reese picked up on my comm and I heard stuff I shouldn't have heard.
Plausible
No.
deniability.
Oof, okay. Have we established if we have access to any sort of flying
0.
medical whale?
Would
We could do this
you
old-fashioned way.
guys do me a favor as you're in the midst of your conversation? Make me observation rolls.
Observation.
Forget how many dice this game requires you to roll at once.
I like how they knock into each other.
It's very fun.
Yeah, okay, everybody sees it.
Well,
There was a valiant effort made.
it's worth a shot, you know.
Not by me, apparently.
All right,
Uh,
so
I did say I got 2 successes.
so there's to roll down the line. We've got Reese made 1, Chad 2, Daph got 1, Layla got 1, and Telesin got 1. Hattie, would you like to explain?
Oh, beans.
They're all chattering outside of corporate, and they just see a look cross Patty's face. Like she's just thought of something. And she about faces, perfect military about face, even though you're pretty sure she was never a soldier, and starts walking back into the office. Like she has some place to go.
Should we
Cal
Can
is
we
following.
follow?
Cal is like wordlessly like look up. Oh shit. And then
I'm gonna also follow.
You guys can't come in.
Follow.
I'm
Excuse
still
me?
gonna try to
I
follow.
can-
Cal is assuming that you are meaning for them to follow and will just keep walking. Like until a door or a Joe slams in their face.
Same.
If I realize they're all following me, I'm going to point at Carrie and go, they do not come in for the time being. And I'm going to keep going.
What? But,
Not even Reese. They stay out.
ma'am?
Leans over to Reese like, is she doing okay? Because she was like tripping yesterday.
No, she was drinking pretty heavily this morning.
You're just gonna look at you as you walk past and look at Reese and say, she can't override your access.
It's for his safety, and I keep going.
And have I ever paid attention to my own safety? And I'm just gonna follow.
Anyway, do you guys want to go watch Shrek 6?
Oh wait,
Uh,
shit, Shrek 6? God damn.
I mean, I feel like we should probably try to figure out what's happening. Maybe just a little bit, right?
I don't know. I keep asking questions. Next thing I know, she turns off and goes down the office.
Yeah, that seems suspicious as hell. Excuse me. Sorry. I'll like look over to the two workers who aren't in our group. Just-
Reese is like looking at he's like, first, Daph, you've gotta see Shrek 6. Like, mind blowing masterpiece. Like, you've gotta see it.
yeah. Oh yeah. I'll do a whole review on it sometime. No, I need to focus.
We have to make sure we live to see Shrek 6.
Yeah,
Leon
that's
pipes
what
I
up,
mean,
it's
we
like-
gotta make sure we live to see Shrek 7. If Shrek 6 is the last movie you see before you die, you could amazing. But
Honestly, man, I would like to live to see the reboot of Sky Sharks.
I'm pretty excited for that one too.
Yeah, man.
Meg, I'm heading straight to the database, and I'm climbing up into the
Yes.
ceiling.
Into the ceiling.
Into the. Alright.
Wait, do you guys think I should follow Patty?
Please.
Alright. So you climb in the ceiling. Leon, in passing as you walk by, is like, wait, do you have the theater edition or the director's cut?
Leon!
Well, director's cut, man. You know it.
Because I can get you a torrent of 7.
I'm just saying, man. You want in on this? We could go do it.
And Carrie's like, no. Your job is here. You have to fix this.
Okay,
I'm
guys.
gonna-
You guys
I'm
go
gonna-
enjoy Shrek 6. I'm gonna go check on Patty and make sure she's okay.
What happened to these bioscans? They seemed useful.
Repeat that for me.
What happened to these bioscans? They seemed useful.
Do we have access to any sort of medical equipment without having to sneak into medical proper?
No.
Absolutely not.
No, we're
mean-
calling our team's called ADHD, right?
I'm gonna.
And we could do
I'm
this
gonna.
the old-fashioned way, but we're missing quite a bit of information if we do that.
I'm gonna turn to Carrie and Leon and just be like, "Oh, wasn't there a quote in Shrek 6?" And I'm gonna be watching them keenly as I say this. Something like, "You're
Donkey.
safe with me. You're safe.
No.
You're safe with me." And no, quiet now. You're safe with me. But I need your help. I'll try to repeat the message verbatim from our dream and see if there's any kind of register in these two people who aren't us.
That moving
Oh.
speech from Shrek 3.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're
Shrek 6.
Donkey says it to someone to you, you're safe with me, and blah, 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 blah.
No, that's not the funny line in there.
His dragon donkey babies.
Yeah. No, Shrek 6, you got the funny line in there was, Donkey, pull this pelican out of me.
Pull me out of the
You
pelican or
are-
pull the pelican out of me?
Pull the pelican out of me.
You're bringing this phrasing up specifically, watching Carrie and Leon to see if they
Yeah.
react.
Genius.
Carrie just thinks you're continuing to talk about whatever the fuck the movie spiel you're on. Leon's expression comes across a little bit as, oh. And he's trying to pay a little bit more attention to what you're talking about while still working on his task as Carrie hovers over him. Going,
I'm-
this should be working like this.
Eagle eyes on him. I'm almost I'm making eye contact, and I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure in that scene there were wires or the feeling of wires around, and it was really intense.
And you haven't even seen the movie. That's Shrek 10. The Shrek versus
Yeah.
Jason and Freddy in space.
Is this that incredibly poignant post-nightmare scene I've heard you all go on about? They're not an actor.
Subtlety is so strong.
So strong.
It's amazingly subtle, so we're
I
going
was like,
to
I've never
Patty.
seen this film, but I think
Patty is out here climbing into the ceiling.
Mhm.
Reese, did you follow her inside?
Yeah.
Oh,
But
hardcore.
once he heard them misquoting, he's like, "Oh, I'm not doing this."
such
I
a good
can't.
roommate.
No. Y'all are wrong. I'm going. Goodbye. So, you two walk into the corporate level. Patty basically beelines to the data servers and starts climbing into the ceiling. Reese, I imagine you're not that far behind. There's a handful of other executives within that level. And as you two are in the data servers, Patty's just climbing into the ceiling. Leon, in the midst of eavesdropping on y'all, he sees you watch a very confused look across his face as he starts working at the systems again. Before everything slams shut once again.
Oh no.
The corporate level has locked down.
Oh.
As I'm getting in the ceiling?
As you're entering the data room, working your way into the ceiling.
Wait, so are we locked in the data room?
Yeah.
I can't let you do that, Patty.
Yeah.
In the data
Sorry,
room
Patty.
specifically, your door does close, yes. But it is the corporate level as a whole that is locked down. So most
We're-
of the offices, the doors have closed. The data rooms have locked off. Security is locked down.
Are we locked onto like the corporate tower, or can we get back like into the elevators and onto the
You're
stairway or
in
whatever?
what is effectively a stairwell. And even the security shutters from behind the desk slam down. So you can't even see Carrie or Leon now,
Oh,
even
man,
though
now we
you can
can't finish
hear
the
Carrie
conversation.
absolutely yelling at him.
Oh.
You guys don't have a feasible accessible way to get onto the corporate level, but you do have access to the stairwell to go back to the main level. But before we take our next steps and see where we're going to go, and we take a few minutes to process our newfound isolation.
Where-
Isolation.
So give us about 5-10 minutes for a break. And
Muted Mick.
And
Sorry, I had to enjoy that wonderful trailer for a moment. I watch it on repeat every time we come back to this. But we are back. Where we left off was Reese and Patty had gone back into corporate location. Patty was trying to climb to the ceiling above their data servers before the entire corporate center was put in the lockdown. The two of them are now stuck inside, while the rest of the team is outside. Why did my thing stop playing? There we go. So, where do we go from here?
You guys think that guy screwed up?
I don't know, but the one I was looking at knew there was recognition of the dream.
He recognized it and then shut this down.
I don't know.
On the other side of the barricade, you can hear Carrie yelling at him to undo whatever it is he just did. He's like, I didn't do anything.
Well, sounds like maybe not. Is there any way out? Start looking around for that.
You guys have full access to the stairwell, which will take you down to the main level of the central hub.
Okay.
Get out
Do you
of
think
the
they
way.
did this? And I'll like point toward where Reese and Patty went.
I don't know. I don't know where they were going.
I'm not fully convinced Patty didn't do this, actually.
Well, what are we gonna do now?
I'm going to send an angry text to Patty, but that's neither here nor there.
I mean, you could text them. You should text them. Hey, I don't. Anybody got a thing I can use?
Can we text them? Is this like our comms down, or is it just like physical barriers?
I mean, if comms were up, don't you think you'd hear Reese?
No, but Reese would hear me.
That's fair. That is fair.
Nope.
Nope, no comms?
It's a lockout.
Shoot. Well. Well, then we do what we were supposed to do. We use this and gestures to the incredibly faked clinical trial, etc., thing. We use this, we get what we can, and hopefully they don't realize that we're muddling around in things in all of the hubbub. I mean, we can't just do nothing.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah, we should do something. Something is what we should do right now.
Yeah. Where do we go, Doctor?
I mean, the only place that has this kind of stuff would be medical. I can't necessarily get us in, but I mean, could we? I mean, I guess poll of the room. Do we try to take our chances figuring this out old school without the fancy machines, or try to break into the fancy machines and, you know, risk getting our asses handed to us?
Well, I think we should probably leave here to figure out if this lockdown is just on this level or if it's station-wide.
No, you're right. I mean, either way, we'll have to go to the medical and research, so. Right, come on.
Go.
Dr. Lang, you get a message from Dr. Lang.
Yeah, is it just a text or is she in my ear?
It's a message correspondence. So it's essentially they're summoning everybody to research.
Everybody,
And-
everybody?
all the actual researchers.
Okay, right.
And
Okay.
within a
All
minute,
authorized.
you get your own correspondence that basically states all researchers not currently within their labs report to them. Authorized personnel only.
And this is obviously not coming from Patty, which is, my direct report.
No.
Is it like classified who this is coming from? Is this coming from like the toppity top?
This is from the overarching executive for Gale God, which is signed off
Jeez.
by Carson and Janice.
Well, right. Okay.
What's going on?
They want me in there in research, which is going to make it a bit more difficult to get you all into the research facilities. Oh.
Did they say why? What's going
No,
on?
they've given us nothing. They never give us anything. I'll shoot a message to Ling like on my way. I'm not actually on my way. Like, do you know what this is about? Are we in lockdown? Is this an established protocol? Is this something new?
They want researchers to go through and make sure all of their supplies and things that they're working on are accountable.
God damn it. Okay.
Follows a loose.
Which means, Ling follows up, which means I can't access your station to do it for you.
No, I'm on my way. I don't know how much help. I don't know how much help I can be once I'm in there. I don't know if they're going to lock us down too.
Well, I mean, at the very least, you'll get whatever information, and presuming they don't kill you all while you're in there, you'll be able to come back out, right?
Taliesin does not take that as a joke.
Okay. I mean, what's more likely? That they kill all the researchers that they put all together, or that they kill all the other people?
Both.
Yeah.
At the same time. That's the one that's most likely. Is everyone on the station dies?
I say we mosey like we're making towards medical and research in general, because that's like it's all together on its own little pylon, right?
Yep.
Like we've probably got a bit of time before we have to like make a decision if we're going to research, if we're going to medical, if we're going elsewhere. I mean, have any of you gotten, I don't know, calls yourselves?
Like what kind of calls?
Like this kind of, I don't know why you would, but like, is there any sort of civilian message going out?
Not to my
There is
memory.
a passing civilian one. Basically stating anyone not currently on shift should be basically in their bunks. No unnecessary traffic.
With Chad's knowledge of shady shit on this station, does he know that there's typically ways to get through security for certain things? Like, air vents or maintenance ducts?
There's ductwork and maintenance rigs everywhere. It is a matter of what ones you are familiar with. I imagine you are mostly familiar with habitational.
Yes. But it would be something I could potentially see where I could access around here, right?
Some of them, yes.
Because right now, the shutter for security is down, so there's no eyes on us. So Chad's gonna look around to see if there's an access panel to get into one of the maintenance hatches.
Are we looking at the main level or on corporate?
On corporate for the moment.
Corporate has a sealed one.
Okay. And how sealed is sealed?
Sealed as in you probably need a cutter to get through it.
I will. I don't know if you want to go this route, and I'll turn to Chad and pull out. I believe I have like a torch in my pack. Let me confirm that.
You do, in fact, have a cutting torch.
Yes, I just kind of like open my.
You just
coat
carry
up a
that
bit.
on your person.
Yeah, I open my coat up a bit and show it off. You think you want to use this, or are we saving this for more extreme situation?
I mean, it depends. Patty and Reese in there. We're not hearing from them, and they're the ones that got us out to do whatever they want us to do, right?
Which at this point you do know what you wanted to do. Taliesin is aware of what the plan.
She is. I ain't. But you want us to go to medical?
Well, they were talking about taking us to medical to do scans, but they're being summoned to, like, for all the researchers to go hole up there.
Can you get us into corporate?
Yeah, I mean, it might take a bit. But would you rather me get us into corporate, or would you rather us get the three of us into into research after you get in?
There's going to be too many people in research. There's going to be too many eyes on it. If we can make it into corporate, we have the argument that it was locked down, that we were in there, that we could do nothing. If I am summoned to research and there's too many eyes, there's no getting you in.
There's a Joe at the foot of the stairs. Personnel required to show up for shift. Please make your way to the nearest line. Those of you who are unauthorized, return to your bunks.
So should we go back up and try and I'll like show the cutting torch again?
The show is approaching you guys.
Yeah, but there's literally a cop here. RoboCop.
Yep.
Yep.
But
That's
All
like,
right, Joe, we're going.
Keep going. Let's keep going.
okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Turn tail right back up the steps.
So we're running back up to go back into
if-
corporate.
in my professional opinion, if you can get us into corporate, that is going to be the safest place for us to be right now.
Oh, I can't do it when the Joe watching.
Well, no,
Oh, well, no.
we're
There's
running away
stairwell.
from the.
Up.
Yeah.
Let's go up and
We're
close
not
the
even.
door
We're not
again.
discussing this in front of the Joe.
Run up.
I'm
close
gonna
the
tell
door.
you, you're not gonna have enough time to cut open that hatch for the Joe to get up the stairs.
Yeah, I'm like, that's gonna be like an hour or less.
Not necessarily an hour.
But
it-
at least like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Could at least one of you try to get into corporate? I don't know if it would be easier to hide. I could see what I can find out from research, and it might be easier to get Patty or.
All right.
I'll distract the Joe.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you can lure it away, I'll get in there, and moving my hand to basically like have Caitlin or Daff pass me the torch.
Yeah, I'll turn my back to the Joe and hand it off to Chad.
I'm gonna
All right.
walk up to the Joe and say, I need to report a crime. And I'm gonna start heading towards Richard Tacos as I say it.
Please state what crime you're reporting.
I believe there has been unauthorized access to a business currently closed.
And there is a pause as it seems like it's processing something. There are currently 7 working Joes within the main hall. You are currently unauthorized personnel.
Our colleague works in corporate. Our colleague got trapped on the other side of a door, has a health condition, might need rescue. Are you able to get in through that door, possibly, if it comes to that, or we can, you know, you can escort us back to the line? I don't know. I'm feeling you out right now, buddy. And just talking at this thing. Is it advancing on us? Is it staying still?
It is advancing.
I mean, my idea is I put myself away from, like, where Leo is.
But now somebody else has addressed it.
Yeah.
So looking at Daff, noticing Ling is there. Chad might be hidden behind, like, just around a corner.
The sparks kind of flying.
No.
Yeah, our coworker is attempting to get in. I mean, they're not going. Our coworker's attempting to get in to try to help this person out. But if you could get us in, then we wouldn't need to do that.
Corporate and communication levels are currently on security lockdown. They cannot be accessed. Cease attempts immediately.
What's your protocol on on a human dying?
We work to maintain the safety of all residents on Babelway Station.
Okay, there is an unsafe resident on the other side of a door in there, and so we just need assistance in getting that person out because they are unsafe. That's what we're doing. You can help with that if that works in your protocol.
We will handle matters accordingly. You are unauthorized personnel. Please cease actions immediately.
I don't know.
And
I'll
it
turn
is
to Layla.
it is advancing.
Oh, how far have I been cutting into this?
You've gotten partway down one side, maybe about halfway. We have a mini hoop stream managing for us. I just want you all to know they are adorable.
So cute.
She's very excited to be here.
So cute. Such a cutie.
Your concern has been logged. Please cease actions immediately. Report to authorized stations.
All right, we're going. I'll start to like walk down toward it. Layla, where are you in like terms of the?
I'd imagine like closer to the staircase right now.
Like the bottom of it?
Like would have been like at the top trying to get the or that would have been like where Joe was when I started talking to it. Would have been like immediately on the other side of the Joe.
Okay, so we're on either side of the Joe right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna get killed. I'm gonna die. You're gonna get killed.
I will peacefully walk down the stairs, and then I'll kind of just nod my head to the side for Layla, and like kind of like kick my leg out, and then I'm going to go, we're coming peacefully, and I'm just gonna trip into the Joe.
I'm gonna try and catch Daff while shouldering the Joe at the legs.
they're gonna get me killed.
Oh god!
The
Oh
squeal,
my
the
God.
squeal of joy I just let out. I'm so happy about this.
I need the two of you to make me close combat rolls.
I can do that.
Close combat.
Both in and
Ooh.
out of character Taliesin.exe has stopped.
Oh no, only one success between
I
you.
am
If I
going
push
to
it,
use. I'm gonna use True Grit, and I'm gonna push. Or I can just push regular. I'm gonna push regular.
True Grit pushes twice. Lets you push twice.
True Grit lets me push twice, so if I can get another success on this.
At
Grand.
any cost.
I'm gonna also just push. I just click the push button to push.
Okay.
Yep.
For those at
Alright.
home, that was a sudden 2.
Oh
Well.
no.
And then.
Got greedy.
Wait, I didn't mean to do that second push.
Oh, that was a.
Oh,
I thought that
I
was the
hit-
stress roll. I was gonna
No, I just meant to do that.
have a
first push.
connection.
wait.
Oh, Hannah, did you click the wrong
I
one?
hit the wrong one. I think it like loaded up on me.
Oh no.
Should I
Alright,
just?
so. You said, are you pushing, Layla?
Yeah. Once I find the UI. Okay, this one's me. Nothing was added.
Nothing was stressed though. So.
Nothing was stressed, nothing was added. You get the best of this thing, but the consequence is that at least one of you is falling down those stairs.
Yeah.
Because you are
That's fine.
knocking it down the stairs.
That's okay. I will fall down the stairs.
I was like, I could also
Jesus.
take a hit.
I was like, somehow it's gonna be me. Like somehow it's.
I imagine you've just tucked yourself against a wall.
Oh yeah, Taliesin is tucked against a wall, like quietly hyperventilating. This is their nightmare.
So, if you were falling down the stairs, take a point of damage because that landing hurts.
All right, Layla, I'll take it. I started the plan, so.
No, I'll
This
take it.
plan.
I think I got all the fails.
Okay.
I think I do that. I just hit minus on the health. I know how to use this.
Yeah, it's just -1.
Yeah.
Alright. You tumble down the stairs with this thing, and it hits the floor, and it's twitching. You can kind of tell that it's... You probably hit the damage center in the back of its skull, but you do hear it sputter out, reporting resistance outside corporate.
Damn it. Sorry, Layla.
It's fine. I've had worse.
Are we good? Do we need to give it another bonk on the head?
I think we need to go quicker, Chad.
Okay.
Don't
Chad,
tell
how's
me.
it going?
Get up.
What are you guys doing around? Come on, don't dick around.
We're all
It's
set.
open. Let's go.
You
All
are
right.
slowly burning away. A couple more Joes report in the main central. They're very much taking note that there are at least 3 unauthorized individuals here.
Right. Let's get an event soon.
So it's either you go into that hatch without really knowing where it's going to go, or
Going in the hatch.
you comply.
Are we going in the hatch?
This
I-
is
I
hatch
would-
time.
Yeah, Chad, do we know this isn't gonna like lead us to an incinerator, right?
Yeah, probably.
Oh God. All right. Hatching it.
Into the hatch.
Time.
This might as well happen. Yeah, sure.
It's fine. If they ask, we kidnapped you. Pulls laying down in.
Okay. This is fine.
I mean, the
This is
prison
fine.
food can't be any worse than the regular food on Cali.
And
Put some like.
once,
Does anyone have some tape for
You
their
say that.
hands?
once we're through the hatch, Chad is basically going to close the hatch and use the torch just to weld a little bit of it back, just to kind of make it a little bit of a seal there.
Make it annoying for them to get back in.
Yeah.
These things have superhuman strength.
That's true.
That's why it's just a quick patch.
That's why I'm.
It's a delay, not a stopgap.
And you've sealed yourself back in with no way out.
No, we can cut
For
our way
now.
out.
The torch.
Sure.
All right. Following Chad's lead.
Fucking booking it, yeah.
I gotta know if Batty's fallen out of the ceiling and broken a hip yet. She needs life alert at her age.
Your life alert is just Talison's comms. Like, I don't.
You can crawl up into the ceiling, and in that section, there it's just a lot of cabling. You shine your tablet or whatever light you have around, and it's just cables and wires from the data banks. You don't see anything, anyone. Hello, welcome, Raiders.
We have raiders. Hello.
Ew, we've got Tales from the Table Studios.
Hello. I don't see anybody.
Nothing.
I see no weird fluids, biological matter that should not be in a server room.
Nothing.
What do you think happens in the server room?
Well, I work with Reese, so.
Asked and answered, you know.
Or it's just been a resolution in the server room.
How sturdy is the ceiling? Can I crawl around?
It's fairly sturdy for the most part, except for the plating that you took down to get into the hatch. It's just solid metal. But you don't really get very far before you're blocked off. You can make it basically around like the top of the data center. You can go over the top of your office, and you can go over the top of Bionational, and that's it.
Okay, I'll come back into the server room where Reese is and kick a different tile than the one I came in on down, like right next to him, and just hop down. So I had a thought.
Uh-huh. Care to share that thought?
The Joes keep saying there's something in here. That the people are unwell, that there's unauthorized personnel. What if it's one unauthorized person? And it's in our heads, Reese.
Patty, I'm gonna level with you. The Joes run on an Atari level operating system.
I'm
They
aware.
Basically,
I'm old. I'm not an idiot.
I mean, odds are their system data is just corrupt.
But that's the thing. They're hooked up to two different systems, Reese. Mother and Hyperdyne. Right?
Okay.
Apollo has access. What if something hacked into Hyperdyne or Mother and was only able to take control of a few of them before it got shut down?
I mean, the likelihood of them hacking Mother... Look, I've tried for years.
Exactly. The likelihood of them hacking Mother is limited. The likelihood of them hacking Hyperdyne, which you do high as a kite on a Tuesday?
But I didn't take them over. Like, I think I would
No,
notice if
you-
someone was in my territory.
You think, Reese? We had the same fucking dream last night.
I plead the fifth.
Reese, even you don't get up and drink that early.
That's fair, I guess.
Come on, level up, me, kid. If something were in our systems, how would you find it? Something organic hacking into our systems, how would you find it?
I mean, you probably want to run a route trace. We probably need to ping and see if there's any backdoors into Hyperdyne. I don't know. We'd have to get into the central main. Like, we need to get into, like, honestly, aside from the minimal shit that I do to really take over the Joes, they would need physical access to the data center for Hyperdyne. So,
Like a corporate office?
potentially, but I mean, there's nobody else. Like, we're the only people here.
Yeah.
There
We're the
are
on-
several other executives from different sectors here.
Again, I said that we're the only people here.
I'm gonna grab Reese by the face and just stare at him. Reese. The ceiling connects.
I mean,
mean,
you're not gonna get to any other offices through this,
No.
like through the data center. The wiring and the cabling is too thick.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to go to the actual offices and check physically if there's somebody in the ceiling of those offices. Or we need to check the other data centers on this floor. Like, there's no way that, like, if they're in a data center, they're gonna be hidden somewhere, but they can't traverse, like, they can't crawl through the ducts here. Like,
So get that door open and let's go on a little hunt.
I just push the door open because it's not locked.
Is it locked, Meg?
She said it closed behind us. She said she didn't say it locked.
That's why I'm checking.
It's secured, but secured in the sense that you have the clearance to open the door.
Okay. So we'll open the door and let's go make friends at Hyperdyne,
I mean, I'm always down for fucking with Hyperdyne. You guys are jackasses.
Yep. Can we go knock on Hyperdyne's door?
So, Patty, what's your thoughts on Shrek 6?
I'm telling you, I refuse to watch anything past the original 4. What's the point? Because the original 4 was where they stopped. It's where they meant to stop until they went for the money grab. Why would I watch past that?
That could be that argument can be made about anything. Like, have you seen Fast and Furious 37?
No, I stopped it. Oh, what did they get up to? 18?
God, it's gone on forever. I mean, look at the Marvel universe. They've got like 537 movies. We're on like Doctor Strange 62.
Yeah.
How long does it take us to get to Hyperdyne? Because I don't know that I can continue this conversation.
It's across the office.
Yeah.
So not that far.
I'm not going to politely knock. I'm literally going to bang on the door. Who was it from Hyperdyne I messaged the other day?
I don't know.
Nathaniel Damon.
Damon, open up.
Can I help you, Miss Richards?
Yeah.
Mr. Furman?
Your Joes did this. What the fuck is going on?
Look, if I had an answer, I would tell you. We're in here trying to figure it out ourselves.
Would you like some help?
We're in here trying to figure it out.
Reese.
What?
Not if he's gonna be like that. He can stay the fuck out of my server room.
Motherfucker, I will end you. Get out of my way.
Will you two quit measuring long enough to solve this so we can get out? I'm hungry.
Oh, here, I'm just gonna pull out a nutrition bar. Here you go, Patty.
There's a break room on this level.
Carrie crepes. How about that?
It's,
May I bring Carrie crepes? Because,
Carrie is locked in her own little room at the moment.
yeah, I would like Carrie out of her own little room before she murders Leon, okay? Come on. Let him
Alright.
in. Let him poke around the systems, Damon. The faster we do that, the faster you get your bosses off your ass and we get out of here.
Let me put it to you this way, Damon. This is a Tuesday night for me. I spend more time in your guys' systems than I think you spend at your own fucking desk. Now, someone else is in your
Reese.
systems fucking around, and we don't got time to fucking deal with you being I don't know, a prick, I guess is the best way to put it.
You know what?
Nicest way to put
Reese,
You
ticked.
can have.
Ticked.
Look, I can only give you access to Hyperdyne. Sigson's
So-
guy isn't fucking here.
it. Do you have access to his office?
No, I don't have the clearance for that. Two separate entities,
Where's his office?
Other side of the data center.
I could probably get into it.
Start with Hyperdyne, Reese. Let me see if I can get in the door.
Fair enough.
If you can figure out what my techs and the communications techs haven't,
What does the
I'll
door
buy you
look?
drinks for the next fucking year. But we don't know what's going on. Everything is showing up clear.
Meg, what does that door look like?
The door looked like for
Sigson.
pretty much the same as yours. You would need the actual clearance of the person working in that office.
No, I mean, what does the door appear to be made of?
Oh, it's metal. Just like with your office, it's a sliding door.
It's an electric
Okay.
lock on the outside, right?
Yeah.
All right, here you go.
Electric followed by a physical.
Here's my lockpicker's kit. Have fun, Patty.
Oh, why not?
I have to look and see if you actually have some shit.
I don't have anything.
You have shit. You have never sleep pills.
See, I was just gonna, because I do have a knife. I was gonna see if I could pop the scanner off
Oh.
and just start messing with wires until something opened.
It's just like hot wiring a car. Take the blue wire, connect it to the green wire.
Yeah. We broke Meg.
Yeah, she's like, I'm finally gonna see what Reese actually has in his inventory, and she's like, fucking never sleep pills. That's all he put on his goddamn sheet.
Oh,
He's gonna be
to be
so
fair,
worried
you
when he
all
doesn't get in
started
his
with a
door.
knife too.
Yeah. Reese left his in the room.
It's on the kitchen counter next to the butter that he used to make toast.
Butter toast. You're welcome. Yeah, I'm gonna go over with my knife and just pop that off and start trying to mess with wires. What do you want me to roll?
Make me a Comtech -2.
Comtech -2. Okay.
I believe if
How
you
do
right click the word, and it'll let you do a modifier.
Uh-huh. Yeah, -2. Oh, not -20. No.
Whoa.
You know what? And I'm mad. Can I push it?
Add a point of stress and do it. Yeah. It'll automatically add
Let's
stress.
do
point.
that. Oh, okay. Hold on, let me take that back off my sheet then. Push it real good.
So
I have one success.
in trying to get this door to open and bypass the lock, you use your knife, you pop it off the grid, and start trying to connect all the wires like you're jumping a car.
Mhm.
And unfortunately, it turns out you damaged some of the actual components. The door opens partially,
Mm-hmm.
and is kind of stuck in that rigid track.
How far is partially?
Tight squeeze.
Yeah. That's all I need. Reese, hope you've done all your tracing shit. I've got the door open.
I mean, David and I were having a nice, lovely chat about these logs here that show some irregularities, but if you need me to go through a door, I guess I can go through a door.
Finish there first. Can I squeeze through the
Yes, you can squeeze through the door. Getting back out, that's a whole other adventure you can have later.
Damon, I can't really let her go in there alone. So I'm gonna write this down real quick. You continue running these commands, and I'm gonna follow Patty.
I would have drawn my gun as soon as I got inside the door. Just in case he's.
As you walk out, Damon's just muttering under his breath. It's like every single one of the fucking codes at least 5 times the last 3 days.
Oh, fuck you!
3 days, though. 3 days.
3 days is what he says.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna tell him. I'm not gonna tell him, but I don't see anything in his logs that would point to anything being his problem. I just want to keep him busy.
Uh-huh.
That's actually very true. You don't see anything in his logs. Everything, even when he's done his diagnostics 5 fucking times, it's showing clear.
What do I see in the Siegson office?
Just very similar to your own office, just empty. All the terminals are locked down.
Is a chair high enough for me to hop to the ceiling?
Yes.
Race, hurry up! And I start scrambling into the ceiling again.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I need to know a size comparison between Patty and Reese, because that's going to determine if you're able to get through the door.
Reese is skinny as fuck. Reese is
I
like...
mean, he's a tweaker. Like, he's got to be skinny as hell. And I mean, Patty's not a small woman. She goes to the gym every day. Like,
Yeah, how do I explain this? The only thing on Reese's inventory is never sleep pills.
I'm his roommate, so they could ensure someone who would feed him.
So it's an easier time for you to get through.
Oh yeah, I roll through like fucking like humming the like Mission Impossible theme to myself as I like crawl under this door.
Pink Panther, Mission Impossible.
Look, we went entirely different directions. He said humming, and I went the other way.
This is 8 different IPs that we do not have the rights for.
You can play 30 seconds of it, okay?
Meanwhile, those of you who are in the maintenance shaft can hear the reverberation of metal.
From behind us.
There's an echo from behind, but all around you, it just kind of seems like there's something moving around.
This is fine. Let's keep going.
Y'all hear that? Are we like crawling through this vent, or are we like able to crouch, or like what's the situation?
Depending on how tall you are, you can kind of do a low crouch or a crawl. But where the shaft actually leads you is into the main elevator line.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I make an observation to lead to the maintenance to get up to a point where I feel like we're in the corporate office to go up?
Sure.
That's 2 successes.
Why would you send that right before I'm about to describe something?
Because I and read your mind?
Cut to my players sending random gifts in the damn group chat.
I'm sorry?
This is how we take notes.
So they take notes using FNAF clips. Anyway, you're able to gather enough that okay, the way this path ended up taking you was kind of down and under that stairwell to the actual elevator shaft. For the main elevator that goes down all the way to life support and maintenance, up to communications. There is no door that opens onto the corporate level. And it is currently fixed at comms.
Well, we can go to comms.
It would
Well-
be blocking off.
Oh, the elevator's at comms.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Could we get in through like the top of the elevator and drop into it?
The
Comms is
elevator is
above
above
corporate.
us.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see.
Do we
I see
even
what you're
have
saying.
friendly faces in comms? I think half the appeal of getting to Corpo is to have somebody on our side, right?
I mean,
Might
you're the
also
one
be
that,
one of the safer places.
unfortunately,
Yeah.
it doesn't look like the maintenance goes into corporate, which is weird.
Something has to.
As far as what you can tell, that there are ducts. There are ducts that lead from where you guess corporate would be. You just can see behind the grating, it's pretty much all cabling from those data servers.
That sound we were hearing, was it like the elevator or something, like reverberating out, or does it sound like something else is in the vents with us, like metal banging or whatever it was?
Something above, somewhere a bit above you.
Okay. Are there, Chad, are there like passages above these? I just feel like I'm hearing something banging above.
With that observation roll, did I pick up anything regarding that noise?
Let's see, let's take a look at those stunts. Alright. For observation, there's no stunts entered for some reason.
Make up your own.
This is why. I believe from what I remember from 2 days ago, observation stunts are pretty much asking questions of how many are there, where is it, can I get past it?
Okay, so I guess in this case, where is it?
If I were to put you in Layla's location, just referencing on the map, you are at a lower level. It would be somewhere above and off towards Patty's location. So what seems like further onto the actual floor level.
So it sounds like it's coming from the floor itself, not from like being in here, right?
Yes, it's just the way the sound is carrying. It
Yeah,
feels like
okay.
there's kind of a reverberation going.
I'll just explain that. It's like it's just the sound from the floor.
Gotcha. Okay.
Well,
I'm gonna try to ping Patty again. I don't know if we're close enough. I don't know if there's still like blocks on it. Like if there's still something in the way. But now they're a bit closer. Tal's gonna try to ping her again.
Nope. It's almost
What
like
is-
you're getting a busy tone.
Forgot
What's
to hang
down
up the
again?
phone.
What was that?
If we go down the shaft, what's down again?
It takes you down to the main level floor, central, then down into maintenance and life support. And then at the very bottom, there is an individualized core reactor. Those 3 sub-level floors, as well as central, are pretty much standard in each wing of the station.
Maybe if we go down further, we can find a way to go up.
Well, maybe we can go down to maintenance.
The
Yeah.
main levels are going to be where the Joes are, right?
Well, yeah, but we're
Yeah.
going to like maintenance. If something's going to be connected to connected to everything, it would be maintenance.
I mean, the other option is, do you think those shows run through these data servers here in corporate? Is there a check I can make on that?
They're run out of some of the. I don't know if they're run on site, but they're run.
I don't know where you're going with this idea, Chad.
Just saying, if those robots run off of the servers here, and you disconnect the server, then we don't have to worry about the robots.
That's a bad decision.
Do you know what else runs on the server?
The
Life
station.
support.
It's the station, my guy, my dude.
I'm just saying.
My guy?
If you think about it, we run off this data center. So
Well,
No.
think about that maybe for just a second.
I mean, we're clearly the most qualified group to be doing this, so we just go up and pick the right
I'm gonna-
wire, right? That's
My
Let's do the
guy.
maintenance. Let's do
I'm
the
gonna give
maintenance.
you guys some information while you're crawling around in the vents here. Something that's pretty familiar, especially if you're working more grunt level, maintenance level. The maintenance level does have interconnecting pathways to the other wings of the station. They do require going on a bit of a spacewalk, but there are localized airlocks at each maintenance level.
Those airlocks have suits.
Yes.
All right. So we might not be able to get to corporate, but potentially with these maintenance shafts, we could theoretically get to medical.
okay. We just go down and walk them, and we're there.
We have to go outside.
Oh, outside.
Outside.
It's a
outside.
secured, it's basically a walkway with a secured line that you can attach to.
All right.
It's
We wanted
it's
to
most
go to-
commonly used for transport.
If we wanted to go to medical, we could have just walked the regular way. We're already here.
Yeah. I mean, but the problem is
Do
we
we-
can't get into corporate, right?
Can we get? There's no way that there's any sort of like upper level access walkway that like if we get outside we scale the building. Yeah, there's no.
If you
Well, what?
for which one?
Taliesin is set on getting into corporate at this point. So like if we go down to maintenance, we get onto this walkway. Is there any like is maintenance the only level that has this sort of connection or like
For all of the towers, yes. There are a couple of them that have direct higher up lines, but outside of the central level with the train line and maintenance, those are the only ones that connect everything.
is there anything directly from maintenance up to Corpo?
Outside of the elevator shaft, no.
Well,
One thing we
If-
did want to access with maintenance was
Well-
the filtration system, right? Is that still something we want to look into?
I mean, my other question was, if we get down to maintenance and summon the elevator, can we take the elevator up to corporate?
There is no elevator opening on corporate.
Man, corporate is a But look, we can't stay here. We might as well go down and get to maintenance and figure it out from there. Because we can't go back out the way we came. So either we go down to maintenance and we can check out there in filtration, or we can space hop it over to medical.
All right.
Well, I
Down
guess
we
either
go.
way takes us to maintenance, so.
How are we getting down?
Gonna climb the shaft.
Fucking repelling.
There is a maintenance ladder along the
Okay,
bottom of the
great.
shaft.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I was like, I don't have.
If you want to ride the cables down, by all means, go for it.
The temptation is there. For sure, for sure.
With your soft little scientist hands.
Soft little I'm in the gym more than you are, first of all. Put some respect on it, okay.
You wear gloves
Right.
when you lift weights.
Down we go.
Don't want the blisters.
Not like nitrile gloves, like it's...
So,
Imagine the debating Talisman's lifting technique on the
taking the elevator, not the elevator, the maintenance
Ladder.
ladder and the elevator shaft down to maintenance. It's a bit of a climb, obviously. It's a little bit tedious, but within 10-15 minutes you make it down. And outside of the cacophony of machinery wiring around you and some voices from a couple of workers, you don't hear any Joes.
But we hear people.
There's a couple of voices, yes.
Like
tell what they're
maintenance
talking.
workers.
Maintenance workers.
Yeah.
Can we tell what they're talking about?
Yeah.
They're actually bitching that the Joes are kind of standing post above them and saying they have to stick out their shift before they can leave.
Hmm.
Is there an exit that's marked for the filtration?
To get to Aquaphonics,
Yeah.
there's a directory link that would send you to Habitational, which is where Aquaphonics is.
Okay. Chad's gonna motion for like everyone to be quiet and move that direction.
What sort of maintenance is in this like tower?
In this tower, it's mostly maintenance rigged to the monorails. Since this is the central hub, that's where a lot of it is.
Interesting.
All right. Creeping.
Very creepy.
Stealth
You
it.
guys are sneaking your way through maintenance to head towards Habitational.
Yeah, I suppose.
I guess.
Yes.
Dr. Lang, you do get another ping from Dr. Lang asking where you are. I thought you said you were on your way.
I'm just gonna shoot back. I thought I was. There's been a lockdown in the offices. I'll be there when I can. Keep me posted. XOXO Gossip Girl. I don't like. But yeah, just like this is the vaguest amount of information. Like there was a bit of a lockdown. Like I'm trying to get there. I'm not trying to get there.
Better see what you can
Jeff-
do. The leads are looking for you. By the way, White showed up for a shift.
Oh.
What? What's on? What's wrong? What's wrong?
Tal is gonna pull Daff aside. That was if Daff is like, asking. They're gonna pull them aside and say, I need you to look after something for me.
Okay. What is it?
I can't tell you, and you can't open it.
Is this thing going to hurt me or lead to harm to me?
Not if you leave it alone. It won't hurt anyone if you leave it alone.
Do I need to feed it?
It's just information, Daff.
Okay. All right.
I just need you to hold on to something that I can't have on my person when they send me back to research. And they will send me
You
back
ain't
to
being a
research.
drug mule.
Not drugs. And they'll like fish around in I don't know if you would know that one of their legs is fake. One of their legs is fake. But so they sort of bend down, and in like the little there's like the little foot casing, one of the many little pieces and bits of it, they pull out a very small, very thin thumb drive. They say, do not give it to anyone. Do not put it in anything like that can read it. I just cannot be holding it. Okay?
Okay.
If I die, do what you want with it. Can you do that for me?
Yes. I'll
Do not
stick
let
it
anyone get a hold of it.
in my blazer. Safe as can be.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, are you getting comms to somewhere else but not to corporate?
I can get basic. I mean, as far as I know, everyone else that's tried to get a hold of me can get a hold of me. It's just getting into comms. Getting into corpo.
Interesting. All right.
And with that, you continue on your slow trek back to an airlock. With a label over it that says habitational lock. Inside it are what look like massive burly scuba suits. The suits designated for the spacewalk, but the good news is that they have built-in mags on the bottom of the boots and a line that will directly connect the pathway. So you guys suit up, pop open that lock, and start making your way towards the habitational ward. While Patty is currently in the ceiling, making her way into the actual data server for Siegson and Hyperdyne. And Reese is in the office of Siegson just below her. Our crew's got a lot going on, and we're gonna find out just how deep this rabbit hole goes next time.
Yeah.
I got
Every
work in the
Everything
morning.
is fine.
Yeah.
Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you are part of a team.
And there's another IP drop. We got to do a
Chilling.
tally.
Cool and nice. Nothing
Let's
is
take
wrong. I'm doing great.
Let's take it back around in overlay order and do our outro, starting with Caitlin.
All right. Hey everybody, I'm Caitlin Kenny. You can find me on Twitter at KateJKenny. And I will be back here for future sessions of this, which I'm very jazzed about. So many mysteries to unravel. And then I will be back in February or March for part 2 of a little one-shot, two-shot now that I DM. That's a little mystery, A Night at the Haunted Museum. So come check that out if you like some spooky D&D 5e mystery vibes. Yeah, thank you all so much.
And that brings it around to Fail.
Hey everybody, I am Fail Prime. I am one of the co-founders of Singularity Roleplay, where right now we have a couple different things going on. One of our long-running shows currently is a City of Mist campaign that you will be able to catch me on here coming up in a couple of Sundays. Aside from that, we are working on getting some other projects up and off the ground. If you want to join us at Singularity, you're more than welcome to check us out. We would greatly appreciate it. Tonight I have been Reese, your crazy conspiracy theory hacker, man in the chair, Dr. Taliesin antagonist. I will catch you guys on our next episode, and I will pass it along.
And that throws it over to Kit.
Sure does. Hi, I'm Kit. You can find me most places at Kit Roll Cause, and on here very, very frequently, which I'm very grateful for. I will be back on the 17th to play some Electrum Archive, and I will be back on the 21st to start a brand new series that I'm so excited for. Get ready. I have been Dr. Taliesin Lang, and hopefully I will survive to see you next time.
And Leo?
Hi everyone, Copper Leo. You can find me around as Copper Leo or on Twitter at CopperLeo21. I was playing Chad tonight, your favorite drug addict dropout. If you can find me here next week not next week, but on the 19th, I'll be playing a one-shot Pathfinder 2nd Edition game, and I'll be playing a grumpy black cat folk named Jinx. We'll see what happens with there.
And that brings it to Hannah.
You can find me on Twitter there. I was Layla Farouk, your tired former military, done with this shit bitch. I'm not on any other shows yet. Hopefully, maybe sometime in the future. I don't know how my character's still alive, because I make the best decisions.
Such as arming civilians. I believe that brings us up to Cass.
I am the Void. The Void speaks tonight. Hopefully, I will have camera issues sorted out next time. I am Cass, also known as Yoda, though maybe not that wise, considering I'm crawling around in the ceiling right now. The second one. I barely exist on social media. You cannot find me, but I am around the Lost Caravan Discord, which everybody should check out. Come hang out, and yeah, let's hope we all survive, and they're forced to keep us into season 2. Hey,
Yes.
I've got 2 more episodes to find a way to kill you all, so
That's
look,
fair.
keep that in mind.
That's fair.
I
This
ran
looks like a
away
good
from the
tempo.
party to crawl around in the ceilings. I was fully expecting to get snatched. So
We're about to spacewalk.
Yeah,
Right.
think about
Yeah.
that. Anybody who survives to season 2 has to deal with Hooper as their DM, so... And we know,
That's true.
in my experience with him running Alien, he's ruthless, so...
Since we know that Reese is obviously going to survive, it's Hooper has to deal with Reese.
We
We
could just
can
throw
all
a
pull.
crusher at you.
We
It's
could all
Hooper
pull an
and Reese
Alien
and Yakety
3
Sax
intro.
playing on repeat.
We could just pull an Alien 3 intro where we survive, but then we all die, except one.
Yeah.
There can
Oh.
only be
That brings it up to me. Hello, I am Meg and/or Meg Mysteria. I was your game mother for this evening, tormenting these lovely people with psychotic androids and the fear of crawling around in the vents. And you can find me as Meg Mysteria on Twitch, on Twitter, on Itch. You can find me as Knockoff Ripley on Instagram and TikTok, for obvious reasons, maybe. But as far as what I've got coming up on the 13th, I'll be over on Neon Lights, where we will have our next episode of Frozen Rain. And then after that, I think I am done for the month. Like Fail said, we've got a couple of things going on over at Singularity with our City of Mist campaign on the last Sunday of this month. And some other projects we are trying to get up in the air. So keep an eye on Twitter, on mine, on his. If you want, come follow us on Singularity. And join us on our Discord, because we are a bunch of nutcases, and it's this feral energy 24/7. But that is going to be it from us tonight. It looks like we are going to be raiding Magi RPG, so give them a big shout out from us, and everybody have a good night. Bye.
I'm waving, you can't see